Happy Free RPG Day, everybody, from all of us at the Adventure Archive. There's a lot of great publishers offering free content today, so I highly suggest you check them out in the link below. And one of our favorite publishers, Free League, of course, is offering a free Dragonbane adventure titled The Magistrate's Gambit. And Thomas, over at the channel titled GM Runs Game, I'll drop his link down below, approached us asking if we would like him to run the adventure for us, and we, of course, said, hell yes. I have yet to play Dragonbane. This is the first time I've played Dragonbane, having run it for so long. And I am joined by Joey and Matt, who you guys know very well. We had an absolute blast. So thanks again, Thomas, for running it for us. And hopefully you guys out there enjoy watching the game.
So the adventure starts and you find yourselves in a courtyard at this manor. And you find out Archmage Calisiel has a bet with Magistrate Stalamer. In their youth, the two of them came upon a magical necklace. To decide who gets to wear it, they would meet once a year for a game of smickleboard. Calisiel always wins. For the first 10 years, Stalamer thought he'd be victorious. He practiced with masters and studied classic games, but still lost every time. Now Stalamer wants to win just once before he departs this life. In recent years, Stalamer has been studying the artifacts Calisiel wears during these games. She always wears a wig that hides her scalp, a pair of gilded spectacles, and carries an exquisite game board of onyx and silver with expertly carved, ruby-encrusted pieces. Stalamer believes that these three artifacts are the reason Calisiel keeps winning. He's therefore had replicas made of these items, and you've been tasked with replacing the artifacts with the replicas before the party begins. Take whatever treasure you find in the palace, but do it discreetly. She must not notice anything until she starts playing. All I want is an honest chance, but if I win, I'll give you a handsome bonus. The procedure is the same every year. The palace doors open when the bell strikes 7. Guests are then invited into the garden where a buffet is served. Calisiel walks around mingling with the crowd, and when the bell strikes 9, we take our seats at the board, but Calisiel always takes a minute to change her wig and put on her spectacles. What Stalamer wants from you is, from the time the doors open at 7 until the party starts at 9, to locate and to replace the 3 artifacts with his replicas. The wig and spectacles are somewhere in the palace. The game board is usually on the podium. So what you can see immediately above your 3 characters here, you have Magistrate Stalamer. He's the slightly elderly gentleman politician who loses this game of smickleboard every year and has never got to wear this necklace. He's the one who's passed these replicas out to the 3 of you. Just to the right of him over here, you can see this is the Archmage Calisiel. You are currently in the garden, surrounded by bunting style lighting along all the different trees around the podium and around these long dining tables, which are being serviced by these characters with blue rings around them who are the staff. Around those tables also are members of nobility or people of note from the city. You won't see this right now because of the dynamic lighting, but directly south of you is the manor or the palace, and you know that if you would go west and down, you'll pass a small kitchen door where you see these servants coming in and out, and if you go further around to the south of the building is the main entrance, which is guarded by a number of guards. The podium is directly north of you, and the podium is currently manned by 1 guard. It has blue drapes all around it, obscuring any view from inside. I think that totals everything that you see at the minute.
Okay. And we're all well acquainted, right? We all know
imagine
each other.
Imagine maybe you've been summoned halfway through or just after the Dragon Emperor left the secret of the en route to further exploration and further for the riches elsewhere, maybe you've stopped by in the city, and because you're so well regarded, having dealt with the issues of the Misty Vale, Magistrate Stalamer has heard of you and has asked for you three to come to the party as his guests.
Okay.
But not overtly as his guests, but still, he's managed to get you in there.
Okay.
All right.
Again, so the 3 items were the game board,
Yep.
a wig,
Mm-hmm.
and what was the third item again?
A pair of gilded spectacles.
Gilded spec.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
And as you're sort of in this garden area, you can hear sort of talk amongst the nobility and the guests of the party about, whether Khaleesi will she continue to win? Oh, of course she'll continue to win. She's never lost a game of Smickleboard as long as I've been coming to this party, It's been, nearly a decade, I believe. Well, yes, I know that. And looking around, you can hear a shrill voice calling out over the party. Welcome, guests. Welcome, guests. Yes, do come. Do make yourselves at home, please. Shortly, we shall have some food and some wines to refresh you all before, of course, the main event. But for now, let's get to know each other again and talk about the comings and goings of the last year since last I bested Stalamer in this here garden.
I gotta know, is there any description of what Smickleboard is? Or is there just like a name of the game and it is whatever we decide differently this?
So there's some imagery, and the imagery, it looks like it's a cross between chess. It's like a chess variation. But it doesn't go into too much detail because I think whoever wrote this obviously knows RPG players, and they know that there's no way if you put a game in there, anything's getting done in 2 hours, because people will just play the game.
Yeah, game within a game. Okay.
So, who has the items that the false items that we're supposed to be switching out the real items with, the authentic items?
So if 3 of you have them, you're happy. You can distribute them amongst yourselves as you want. The spectacles are tiny; they have no consequence on your inventory. The game board, would count as a regular item, and the wig would count as a regular item. Depending how much you want to ransack the manor, that may or may not become important.
I will add the game board to my backpack.
Okay.
Great.
I'll hold on to that.
I wonder if, let's see. I don't know, Matt, what do you want?
I think that given the choice, I'll take the spectacles because I can actually put those on, and as an older gentleman, it kind of fits.
Nice.
So rather than hide them in my robes, or
you want to wear the wig? You could wear the wig.
And hide this.
Your character's.
I have no hair, so I'm thinking wig. Wearing it.
Yeah.
Unless that's going to be like, who is this guy, and bring too much attention to me. Tiny items. And you said these don't take up a spot, or they do?
The
Only
wig
the board.
does.
The wig will.
Only
Okay.
the wig and the board do, yes, sorry.
Okay, no worries.
I guess if you wear the wig, it doesn't, because it's a readied item, right?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You have the option.
I guess in the context of this, I mean, would it be weird for me to be wearing this wig, or?
It depends if you're going to speak to the person who normally wears it, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna conceal it. I'm gonna just keep it. It's probably better to lie low, I think. Or,
Yeah.
Okay, so I got the wig. All right. So I'm a very impatient person, as you guys know. So I'm kind of tapping my fingers on the table, looking at the both of you. I'm very short and stout, waiting for either the wisdom of the wizard or the foolhardiness of the what are you, a warrior? What is Bloodjaw?
Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion's he's sitting at one of these tables where the food's going to be set up. He's like, his legs are going, You know, he's clacking his nails. He wants the food. And that's why he leans over to you and he says, when's the food coming?
I think we have better things to worry about, Master Wolf. Time is of the essence, as you know. Would you agree, Aodan?
Oh yes. I've currently though I'm looking for a seat before we enter the house. I'm looking around also, like, to make sure nobody can hear what we're saying.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to keep my voice low.
They'll say, I'm afraid my knees aren't what they used to be. So if I'm going to make it through this evening, I must preserve myself now. And he'll look around to see if there's a place that he can kind of sit down. Maybe a place where he can listen to where maybe people have gathered in a group.
Yeah. So you have to the left of you, there's a group of 3 people. You can position yourself somewhere around there, or to the right towards the Archmage.
Go ahead
you
that
see,
way.
Sure. Bastion, you see people's ears sort of twing and tweak as you start mentioning the food. Looking around, you can see Caliciel's eye almost twitches a little bit with concern that her guests, whether she's acquainted with them or not, might not be being serviced properly. You hear a little click, 2 clicks of her finger, and a bell tower on the right-hand side, which I'll just ping for you here, rings out. The clock moves quicker than normal to 7 o'clock in the evening. And from the left-hand side, from the west of this manor, doors fling open as servants come rushing out with silver plates and all kinds of meats and forested goods on them, bringing them to the table, adorning each table so that it's the same as the other, so nobody feels more highly regarded than anybody else. They all feel equal. From behind these servants and over their shoulders, you see glass birds flying towards the guests. A couple of them raise their hands, and as they do, the birds perch on their fingers. They squeeze the bird, and a small amount of alcohol or a small beverage squirts into their mouth, refreshing them before the birds fly back towards the left-hand side of the manor. They circle, changing whether they have mead or red wine, white wine, water, circling above the patrons, making sure that their needs are met.
I've never seen anything quite like it. I bet they're worth a lot of coin. What do you think? Or are you still worried about food?
I'm hungry.
All right.
You can see Aoden kind of over at his table, like swatting them away. What is this?
Like getting in his beard.
Don't put these around here. And it's just like crankily, like looking around, watching to make sure none of them get too close. Oh. So, and speaking to the group, who do you think will win the challenge tonight?
Well, I imagine it's probably the same story as always, wouldn't you think?
I don't know. There's always a chance. There's always the chance that someone else, that the opponent could take it.
Ever the optimist, aren't you?
Well, I've seen people rise from the depths, from despair. People can find what really their mettle, as it were, and I've seen others grow too confident. And I don't know. Maybe perhaps that's a story that will be written tonight.
Perhaps.
Bastion will like lean in and very quietly he'll be like, "Aren't we supposed to make sure he wins or something like that?"
We're trying to fit in. Don't give anything away.
Oh. And he grabs another plate and starts piling it with food. He's not very smart or charismatic.
All right, get your fill. You too, Aedan. Time is of the essence. You can see the clock just spins freely.
Indeed. He will take a little piece of bread and start kind of softly chewing on the crust. Perhaps that his teeth aren't fit for whatever meat or whatever crispy vegetables are on the plates.
He's got soft teeth.
He's got little soft teeth. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess from where I last saw, the birds have come. The food is there for you, Bastion. Archmage, you can hear people. Odin, you can hear people gossiping about what the outcome will be. You can hear a few people also placing some bets. The odds on Magistrate Stallimer are at the highest they've ever been. It's 200 to 1, while Archmage Calicio is merely 20 to 1. And more food is being circulated in and out from the kitchens.
And does it appear as if everybody is preoccupied? I guess we were going to ask you, does it make sense, I guess in the context of this, to, I assume, sneak away while everybody's preoccupied, right? And just, because we want to, because we're on a timer, so.
You're on a timer, yeah. You've got, so you know the location, or you suspect you know the location of one of the pieces, which is the podium, but you also know to get to the manor and to access the other pieces, you're probably going to have to go down to the western side or the south of the building. So you're free to do both. You can sort of, if you want to try and sneak away towards the building, you can do that. I don't think you'll have to roll for it, given how busy things are going.
Okay.
Down the western side at the moment, you're not being kept here by guards or anything. The only guard is the one stood at the pavilion.
Gotcha.
At the moment.
Okay.
Well, I think Eodin is going to he's going to stand up, and he kind of stretches a little bit and kind of gets his his bearings, and then he's going to start wandering this way, but kind of looking around. And as he's passing people, he will say, "I wonder where the privy is. Do you know? Is it inside the walls?"
There's certainly a bathroom on the inside of the manor. Yes, absolutely. If you head down to the front of the manor, there are some guards who will happily show you and escort you around. Alternatively, for one, dressed at one with nature as you are, and the servant will lick your cloak up and down. There are alternate means, and he'll sort of point over towards the tree line.
Yes, wonderful. And he'll continue walking, ignoring the last part, and just kind of start heading to the west. Oh, excuse me, headed to the privy. Don't have much time. Have to make this quick.
I'm gonna follow him and kind of nudge Bastion as well.
We must go. He's a loose cannon out there.
Oh, give me one moment. And Bastion,
exactly what we don't have.
He's gonna move up here, and he's gonna look at this guard, and he's gonna be looking at him like he's judging him or her. I don't know if it's a male or female guard. What does Bastion see exactly? What are we looking at? Armored weapons?
Yeah, so the guard's got some leather armor. There's a couple of metal plates, like pauldrons on her shoulders, and she's got a couple of greaves, but they look more ceremonial than anything. They have, what do they have? They have swords sheathed at their sides, and she's just stood with her two hands in front of her, sort of just clenching them into fists and rolling her fingers as she looks around and sees you, sort of trying to intimidate or trying to perceive exactly what the situation is. Game will be commencing in a matter of hours, Mr. Wolfkin.
I was curious.
Uh-huh.
You work for the master of this manor?
I'm in their employ, yes.
Are you guys hiring?
Perhaps during the course of the event might not be the best time to state your case. As you can imagine, the Archmage is quite busy preparing for the game later on, although afterwards she may well be open to recruiting someone of your skill set, if not your demeanor.
Your whole shift is going to be right here all night. Do you guys work long shifts, or do you get to switch out?
Give us a persuasion roll, and let's see how eagerly she's going to give up the security detail.
Because I don't like standing for a long time in one place.
Well, yes, it's definitely the downside of the job.
Nope.
But perhaps once you have perhaps if you do join our team, at that point we'll be able to show you the ins and outs. At the moment, we're not doing any sort of buddy systems or daddy-daughter work days. You're best just to enjoy the food and the beverages for now.
Bastion will chuckle because that's actually that was a good one, and
Thank you.
he'll start following Albrecht. Is that your character's name, Jason?
Yeah.
Albrecht.
And
he's gonna take food off the table as he's passing by. He'll take someone's he'll grab someone's glass bird and drink from it.
Oh, very nice.
He's gluttonous, so he's rude about food.
so are these guards on the path?
These are servants.
Oh, servants. Okay.
So these are servants, and walking down the west-hand side of this building, you can see there are windows, although they're higher than where you are. There's a sort of hedge tracing the outline of the building.
Right.
You can see an entranceway over here, where servants are coming in and coming out, and you can see birds flying in and flying out. The servants coming in are coming out with those silver trays with food on them. Those going in have the trays, but they're empty. And the path sort of follows around further to the south towards the main entrance, which you would have seen when you would have arrived.
Okay.
Excuse me, off to the bathroom, excuse me. Oh, don't jostle me.
So Bastion's going to approach this servant right here with this plate of food.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be like, this food it's amazing. I need to compliment the chef. Is he through that door?
Absolutely, he's through the door. Well, they're through the door. They have travelled some distance to be here today. Please, do feel free to compliment them. And this.
Pardon me, excuse me. And he starts feeling for the door pull, the doorknob, and will try to open it.
Does he have to really pee now by this point? Like he started off.
Yeah, this is not him acting.
Okay.
So,
you want to open the door?
Yes. Okay.
Go for it.
I'm still amazed we defeated Azrael Koth together.
Did somebody say Azrael Koth? And a small female halfling turns around.
Oh, no.
You recognise Semolina Chubby Cheeks and her husband from the bakery in Outskirts.
Oh, no.
As you see their faces, you are greeted by the smell of food and the clanking of pots and pans moving around the kitchen. The two halflings are hard at work cooking what quantities of food are being used to furnish all the guests. All the tables in the kitchen counters are laden with dishes, and when the doors open, several glass birds filled with beverages fly out as the female halfling says, "Close the door, it's not time for reinforcements yet. For refills yet, sorry."
Having the time. Excuse me, this way then.
You may, yes, if you wish. Yes, it's unless you to help the dish. Oh, the privy certainly through that way. Yes.
He throws it open and just walks through it, not a care about what's going on in the kitchen at all.
Awesome.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to say the door behind him.
The door behind him.
Privacy.
Say whatever you like.
I must have
He's got
privacy.
manners.
Pardon my uncle. I'll bring him back shortly. Bastion, follow me.
Uh-oh, I can't move all of a sudden. There we go. As he's passing by, he's just going to say, "This is miraculous food. Thank you."
Pleasure. As you walk out through the second door in the kitchen, you find yourselves walking into a large, wide entranceway. This is it's grand. There's artwork adorning the walls to the west and the east. You have a doorway to the north and to the east, which are inward. They lead into further into the mansion, and you can see out of the windows to the south. And there's a door to the south. You can see the shoulders of guards who are stood, looking after what must be the main entrance.
Bastion puts his finger up. Shh. There's
What?
guards out there.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, I see
This
them.
is not the privy. We must continue looking.
Bastion, which direction? I'm sure you can smell us through this thing.
The privy is most likely to the east.
Thank you
Interestingly,
very much.
Albrecht, you as a dwarf have got an innate ability called
Oh.
Treasure Hunter,
Oh.
which, although it won't lead you to the toilet, it can give you the direction of the most valuable treasure
Oops.
in your vicinity.
Heck yeah. So I want to use it, actually. And I accidentally clicked it on accident, so I'm using it anyway.
Awesome. You are sniffing the air. You suspect the most valuable treasure is actually to the north.
Oh. Wait.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As he's like reaching for the doorknob.
I surmise that we should head to the north. Can you
The
hold
north.
your bladder a little bit longer, Erdan?
I can't make promises, not at this point. We've
Perhaps-
crossed the line.
Perhaps we'll find a flower pot or something. Just do your best.
Perhaps
Oh,
one
Pat.
of us. You should listen through the door, see if you can hear anything on the other side first. We don't want to barge into trouble.
Well, I'm assuming you have the biggest ears of the bunch.
But I have the lowest awareness.
Oh. What hue saw you as a wolf? All right, so I'm going to like go up to the door and put my ear to it.
Do you want to give us a
Yeah.
spot hidden or a sneaking, an awareness? Either
I'll
of those
do,
probably work.
I guess a spot hidden, I guess.
Yeah.
Either way, it doesn't matter. Oh, well, not so hot. Fail.
Would
14.
you like to push the roll or not?
Ooh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to push it. And how do I push it in Roll20? Do I just click on the refresh thing? The little...
Yeah, if you click on the little clock in the middle,
Yeah,
at the bottom
okay.
of your roll.
Yeah, I'll push it. Okay, success. How do I
Hey.
choose my, do I manually choose my condition?
Yeah, if you click on your name in the chat, your character sheet should pop up.
Yeah.
And then if you go and click, there's a little diamond underneath each of your attributes. Just click the one you'd like and it'll turn red.
Okay.
And if you want to declick it, you just click it one more time and it'll go away. And that'll automatically give you Bane, sorry.
Okay. I guess I'll say, I guess I'll go with frightened right now, or scared. I'll go with scared.
Okay.
Maybe something I heard, maybe something I saw through the crack in the door. I don't know. You tell me.
You place your ear close to the crack, and these are double doors, so the crack in the middle is enough that you'll be able to hear what's going on in the other room. But you don't hear anything actually. It's eerily quiet. You feel air moving back and forward, as if maybe there's a window open somewhere, or there's more warmth beyond the door than where you currently are. But there's no sounds. Maybe because there's no sounds, you don't know what you're going into, and as such, you're a little bit scared about what you might find when that door opens.
Can I sense is the draft, is it cool or warm or just room
Slightly
temperature?
warmer.
Slightly warmer.
Ever so slightly warmer, yeah.
Do I smell any food or anything?
No, there's no food. It's quite. In fact, there's an absence of smell. It's almost sterile in its scent. There's really not a lot coming through the door other than it being slightly warmer than where you are. But then you are in the entrance hall, so
Yeah.
What's the holdup, Albrecht? You said this is where we needed to go. Is it safe?
It's my nerves, all right? Give me some time.
This is a proper home. There's no need to fear. It's probably just a closet or perhaps a bedroom.
All right, well, then why don't you go first, huh? I mean,
Very well, very well. Get out of the way.
quietly, though. You are a less imposing figure than myself, of course. I have traveled the lands and amassed so many riches. Go ahead.
I don't have the patience for this right
So
now.
I'm gonna move I'm gonna move aside and allow Aeodon to go in.
I
Don't
throw
yell
the
at
door
him.
open.
He has to TT still.
Harness the energy. You open the double doors and you are greeted by a large stone hall with thick columns and rows of display cases lit by candelabra. Some are full of scrolls, others are filled with strange items ranging from everyday objects to gilded and magically shimmering artifacts.
Hmm.
By Eladane, do you see all of this? It's beautiful.
It's all right.
So I stand there like just awestruck completely by all this stuff.
None of these look like they have pictures in them. I can't do anything.
As Bastion and Aiden, as you walk around the room, you can hear small echoes of your footsteps. Looking down, you can see the floor here is marble paves. This is clearly a ostentatious room that you've entered, and one that's used to show somebody's standing or their power.
This floor makes me think these books have words I don't know.
That shouldn't be too difficult.
Albric, you sensed the greatest treasure being this way. Is it in here?
I don't know. Do I sense that the greatest treasure lies somewhere else, or is this the mother lode?
This is So if you're looking for, I'll ask you just to clarify. If you're looking for pieces for your mission, this is not this is not the room that you think they're in.
Okay.
However, if you were to spend some time looking through these artifacts, there's definitely treasure here. There's definitely value here. It might be value in terms of use, in terms of coin.
Yeah, honestly, so Albric right now, he's forgotten the mission. So he's absolutely awestruck by all this stuff. So he's probably going to spend some time walking around, giving this place a careful look over.
Spot hiddens.
Yeah.
Do it.
Spot hidden. Okay, let's do it. Man, should I push it?
How do you want it?
I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna say maybe duty finally got in my way, and I'm having a dilemma right now, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So even though
Aeodon might see what you're doing and might kind of come up to you and says, Now, I see that eye. I see what you're doing. I'm very familiar with you.
You see nothing.
I see what you're doing. And let us have a reminder of the last time that you stumbled into a room full of treasure and the trouble it caused us. Maybe this isn't the place to be picking through, looking for ways to line your pockets.
Says the old man with a weak bladder.
One thing has nothing to do with the other. I don't see a reason to even bring that up.
That room was no trouble. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I found it to be rather troublesome.
All right. Am I able to this treasure hunter thing of mine? Am I able to kind of discern? I mean, I guess there's only one door, right?
Yeah, it looks like there's just one door.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's one
and
door
a furnace.
list. Yeah, and a furnace, yeah. There is a furnace, if it gets that bad.
Okay. And is there any signs of anybody else having been here recently, or is it seem just kind of like empty, unused for a while space. Yeah.
So the entrance hall that you were previously in had some footprints. The kitchen was obviously a hive of activity, but this area here is noticeably lacking in any sort of signs of people having been here. You might think maybe that's because it's been prepared for people to come who haven't yet been invited to look at the wonders in this room. Or maybe it's a private collection. The display cases make you think the former rather than the latter. But yeah, it's not been, there's no signs that people have been in here this evening.
Okay.
Well, Bastion's going to he's going to approach that door then. It's over here.
Awesome.
And I guess while he does that, I'm going to nonchalantly move to the door we entered and close it.
Okay.
All right. Bastion says,
I suppose it's me again, eh?
No, this time I'll do it. He's just going to open the door.
That's one way to approach this situation.
Are you mule kicking it? Are you doing it with your hands? It's
Yeah, I open it with my hand. I open it like a normal wolfkin, not a fighter.
I just slap my forehead and then pull up my beard.
What have we found?
You found a room that smells of deep mahogany and leather-bound books. The cooking smell is replaced quickly with that of musty books, inks, and scrolls. The library is a cluttered mess of bookcases, armchairs, and desks. At the far end of the room, what looks like a bronze game board is set into the floor in front of an arched door. On a low table by the door lies a piece of parchment.
Bastion takes a big, deep breath through his nose. He's just like, I really want to chew on the leather books.
You better not.
They're seasoned.
Him, like with like an eye, like his eye turns like at him. This is the greatest room that this house must hold. I can think of nothing better.
You don't understand. They're seasoned well. They're old. They'll be chewy.
Oh yes,
28 day aged.
Is
Fine
this the,
aged leather?
The parchment right here?
So the parchment, the board is where Albrecht stood.
Yeah, it's up
and the
here.
parchment is just beside it. Yeah, that's the fireplace to the south.
I have the board. Bastion's gonna go over with Albrecht.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at this parchment.
Okay, so the parchment is a handout, which I'll show to you now.
Ooh.
It is, I'll read it out to you.
Okay.
It says, The King's Journey. A king sets out on a journey through 7 countries. He only travels east, west, north, or south. His journey must go through every part of all 7 counties. Whenever the king visits a country, he wants to collect a tax. The first time he visits a country, he collects 1 coin. The next time he collects 2 coins. The third time 3 coins. What path does the king take from his castle to the city? And I will show you now what the game board looks like. So this is his castle here. This is his city, and each of these different sections, there are 7 of those on the boards.
Oh, okay, there we go. I couldn't figure out how to get off of the... Okay. Oh, we have to touch each coin, but not the same one twice.
That's basically the gist of it. So each time you go into a new section, the first time you enter a section, the king wants to collect 1 coin. If you go back into that section, he wants to collect 2 coins. And if you go back another time, he wants to collect 3 coins.
Mm.
You can, on the left-hand side, there is just under the word tools, there should be a little ink quill that you can click, which is draw, which will let you draw like so.
Oh, okay. I
Okay,
see.
cool.
Draw freehand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we're starting from the castle, you said?
Yeah, so you're starting down here. This
Okay.
is square 1, and then you want to try and get over here.
Can we move diagonally?
You
No.
Nope. North,
No,
south,
it's
east,
just-
and west.
That's correct.
Mm.
Yeah.
He has to go through all 7 counties. Let's collect taxes in each.
How do we get access to that document again? The
If you look at if you go to on the right hand side, there's like a spell book, like a journal.
oh, okay.
If you click on
perfect.
that icon, it should be down there as it's handout B.
Got it.
Oh, I see now.
Thanks.
It's not the clearest writing, but let me know if you want me to read it off to you again.
Oh, no worries. Let's see. All right. King says
Every part of all 7 country or counties.
Yeah.
So, not just the one with the coins.
And so our goal is to get from the castle to the city. And just so I'm because I'm actually not. I'm also dumb in real life, not just as a fighter wolfkin. We want to go through each of these coin spots. Or wait, I see the. Hold on. My brain is catching up with you guys. Hold on.
I can do the first section if you like to give you an example.
That
So
might
it's
be.
not-
That would
okay.
that would help me.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So I'll let me pick a color which is garish and horrible. I'll be horrible lime green. So starting in the castle, I'm visiting this country once, so I'm collecting 1 coin. Then I'm going to come over here, and I'll visit this country twice, maybe. And then when I come back, I think I've already done it wrong. Maybe I'm coming here. Let me get the solution. Here we go. I'm getting 1 coin from here because this is this country. Then I'm returning to this one, so I'm getting these 2 coins.
So every time you move, if you release, because we can't see what you're doing until you release the line, and then
Got you. Sorry.
cool. No, it's okay. I was like, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I got you. So entering the country once here.
Yep.
Entering the country once here, and then coming back over.
So then he's got to get 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we basically, if we move east, he's got to do 2. Because we've already been there once.
Right, because we've already been in that one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
You're also in a library.
Oh.
And you also know that Stalavir, your magistrate, the man who's brought you here, has warned you that this archmage is clever, and that should you need any hints or tips on anything that you're struggling with, just to give him a shout, and it might take him a minute to make his excuses, but he'd be able to meet you somewhere and give you a little bit of a hand if you wanted it.
Hmm. Let's see. 1, 2. I guess when you land on the blank spots, how does that work? I guess that's what I don't get. Is that just
It's just so that's free.
free?
So
Okay, it's a free spot.
yeah, so you can use those so you'll need to use those to your advantage to make sure like you only collect 2 coins at a time, for example.
Hmm.
So the next, seemingly, I'll do. Is this orange? The next step would be to move to this country, or to this county, where you collect these 2 coins.
Mm-hmm.
move down,
Yep.
and then over. So that would be collecting 1 coin from that one, right?
Yes. And that's the first time we've been there, so
Yes. And then moving within a county.
So you would need to, if once you've collected 1 coin from that one, you'll then need to leave that county, and then if you come back, you'll want to get to.
Okay, so there.
yep.
And it's a free thought, so we're not collecting any tax from that.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so over. We're not gonna. We're gonna wanna.
Do you think we need to backtrack? Like go all the way across?
I'm wondering if we should go down or if we need to go all the way over to this next country.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because if you go down, though, that'll be the second time we're there, meaning we have to collect
2 of them.
two
Two.
of them. One,
And
two.
How are we going to get back over to the 2 easternmost counties?
So you don't need to. You don't need to come back to here. So
Yeah, that's true. We've already been
one is
there.
complete.
Yeah.
Right.
Complete.
So if we,
I think we should go straight east, right?
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
move there,
Yep.
and then we move into this one.
Yep.
So that's 1. Should we continue to the next one?
Let me think really quick. So you move over free. We could go down 1.
Then back
Yeah, I think if we do, and I'm not moving anything right now, but like,
Yeah.
I think if we go here, wait, let me draw. I think if we go here,
Yeah.
and then we'd have to do 2. So this way, we've been
So
here once,
this
so it'd
way
be
and then
2
down.
more, and then this way, and then we're there, right? Is that right?
Have we gotten all, because we have to hit every square.
Oh, every single square? Oh,
Yeah.
oh shit. Okay.
So if we move over, so we take 1 from the country that we're in.
Mm-hmm. The middle's gonna get hairy.
Yeah.
So we can't move back over to the other country yet because we immediately would take 2 from them.
Yes.
So
you'd
if
have
we
to
keep
move. You'd have to move all the way down, right?
and we aren't collecting any more taxes if we do this and then this, right? We're still fine.
So that's the first time you've entered, and you've got 3. So
Okay.
I'll pull you back to where you've gone off, just to save. This.
So we want to get rid of these.
This is the square where you've gone wrong.
Okay.
Do you want me to delete some?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you guys can do. So there's a room to the east of the entrance hall. You're welcome. You can definitely continue with this as well.
Okay.
You could also make a check in the library to get a clue. You can speak to Salama, or you can continue as you're going.
That's a
Which one?
good suggestion. I think that looking at this, Aoden is going to kind of get like a little frustrated. He's like, "What is this? This doesn't make any sense. Countries, coins, doesn't." And he's going to start looking around at the library for like the surrounding bookshelves for maybe a clue somewhere in the library.
Do you want to make me spot hidden?
Sure.
Nice.
Like a 4.
No.
Under 14.
Awesome. Okay, can you roll me a d6?
Sure.
Should just be able to do /. Awesome. You find As well as a clue to the puzzle, you find pages of notes on an experiment aimed at merging 3 people into one. The successful attempt to unite the bodies is described, interspersed with speculation as to why there were difficulties in merging their minds. And the clue you'll find for this, let me get back to my comment, is this.
Okay.
I look at that and I will hold it up to the square and I'll be like, I believe this will take us along the path, and I will start marking that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nice
I think I know
work,
where we're
Eodon.
supposed to go.
Oh, well, please continue the path. While I found notes here about merging minds into one body, 3 into one, or 3 bodies into one. Very strange.
Don't get sidetracked.
Yes, but I can't help it. 3 artifacts, 3 things that we must exchange. There's something here. There's something to this. And he will fold up the pages and then we'll tuck them into one of his pockets in his robe.
Mm-hmm.
I must have played this wrong. I don't think that's right.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I look over, I
Bloodjaw.
look away and you've solved it. I'm like, well, probably wouldn't have gotten far if I hadn't found that clue.
Oh, nice work, Bloodjaw. You've made up for your terrible hearing and your abysmal door opening skills.
I just want you all to know, in real life, I accidentally solved that. I was just,
Yeah, man.
but it'll work for the role play too. Bastion accidentally solved that puzzle.
Yeah.
Was it in one of the books you were eating?
Maybe it was.
So as this puzzle is solved, does anything happen?
Yeah, so this arched door to the north starts to open.
Oh.
And through the doorway, you can see a dimly lit hexagonal chamber. Around the hexagonal chamber, there are heavy drapes along the walls. There's a brazier by the door, which is not lit. You can hardly see anything beyond a small piece of light that's darting in.
I think I'm gonna kind of just hold my ground and listen. Does it sound like anybody's around, or is it just like a dead silent room as well?
Make us a spot hidden. Let's see what you see.
All right. Yes. 8.
Awesome. You hear somewhere from the opposite side of the room to you. You hear a voice in your head, not out loud. It says, "Give me your height and your width and your depth, and I will open this chest for you." And just to the north, on the far right of the little glint of light that's coming through that door, you see a small metallic reflection off of the corner of a desk, like almost in a cartoon where you have that little dazzle on the corner of something metal. That's what you see.
So I hear this voice in my head. Is it male, female, tough to decipher?
Yes, and it's androgynous. It's
Okay.
It's genderless almost. Give me your height, your width, and your depth, and I will open the chest for you.
Hey, Odan. I'm hearing something about mathematics, perhaps. Maybe you can help.
None of the rest of us have heard this voice.
No, it was in my head, I guess. Right. So I'm gonna reiterate to Aodon, I guess in Bloodjaw too, like what I heard.
Height, width, and depth.
Mm-hmm.
They're just asking for it.
Yeah. Well, how tall are you then?
Tall enough. And I stand kind of.
No, I believe you have to be precise. Sounds like I don't know if this is a puzzle or if somebody is measuring you for whatever the reward is.
I guess I would know all of my measurements precisely because I am definitely into clothing and the finer things in life. But I guess what I'm going to do though is I think I want to light my lantern and get a better look at what's going on in this room.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay.
Just stick it out somewhere else. Oh no, we do need it. We need it to be there. There you go. Lighting your lantern, you can see that there's a pattern carved into the center of the black stone floor. It's a lily in a circle. Your light source reflects off of a tall mirror on the wall opposite you, in front of which sits a metal chest. There are skulls of dogs, horses, and rats which adorn the chamber walls and floors. Looking into the mirror, you see your reflection. And again, you hear your mouth move, but not your voice, asking for your height, your width, and your depth. Can you make me a will roll, please, to resist failure?
Oh man, that's my one. My one condition. Yeah, not so hot.
Okay.
19.
Let me just grab. Can you give me a D8, please?
Yes.
Thank you very much. 8. You are in a wild panic. In a fit of utter panic, you flee the scene as fast as you can. Dash away from the source of your fear, and you'll need to make another will roll before you can conquer that. We'll just role play that because we're not.
Yeah. This makes perfect sense. I'm seeing a mirror, myself in it. It's not my voice. So yeah, I basically just hightail it back into this library, just pushing past Bastion and head on. Get out of my way! And I just kind of, I don't know how far I would go, but.
Oh, what do you suppose that was all about?
No idea. Real quick, wasn't there a I might have misthought of it in my head. Was the board that we is the board that was in this room the board that we played that little game on?
So the board you played the little game on is just here.
Okay, I was wondering if it was the board I'm supposed to replace with the game board I have, but no. Okay.
No, it's just like an oversized. It's a different just design on the board. This one.
Okay. Bastion's gonna, go and console Albrecht.
Aoden is going to walk into the room. I don't see what's so scary in here.
Are you looking in the mirror as you're walking in, or are you?
Sure, yeah. Looking around, and I catch my eyes in the mirror.
You see the same thing Albrecht saw, only you see yourself in this mirror.
Oh.
Can you make a will check? Give me your height, your width, and your depth, and I will open the chest for you in front of the mirror. This silver metalled gleaming chest.
Nice.
Nailed it. I'm afraid of no ghost.
And I will tread towards the mirror. It's over here?
Yeah, directly to the north.
Okay. I will start walking towards it.
Mm-hmm.
And as I go, I will speak out loud how tall I am and how wide I am and how deep I am.
Oh, awkward.
Do you agree to this? Do you agree to the trade? The mirror will reply to you, or you will reply to you.
May I ask a question and receive a response?
Your reflection says nothing, but eyes you encouragingly.
I know that. I know that smile, and I smile, and I watch my reflection smile. Yes, I agree. And I will step forward as drawing closer to the mirror.
Mm-hmm. What is your question?
What is it that I am trading for what is in this chest? What will I be giving up?
Just a morsel of your blood and your height, depth, and width.
That seems a fair trade. I have buckets of this stuff.
I agree.
And I will walk all the way up to it, and I will. Where shall I deposit?
And your reflection will literally point downwards, and you'll see right in the center of this chest, across the lid, is a small, sharp pin pointing upward, inviting your finger.
Oh.
I will put my finger in front of my eyes and in between the mirrors, and then I will go downward, and I will prick my finger, the tip of my finger, on the needle.
Lovely. Nothing bad will happen here. Can you?
I've done this several times. It's amazing how often this comes up.
Your reflection bows to you graciously before a ripple effect goes over the mirror and your reflection disappears. You hear it clink as the chest unlocks.
Ooh. Very nice.
You can roll me 2d20.
Okay.
If you want to open it.
I do.
I'm guessing you do after doing that, yeah. 19 and a 1. Inside the chest, you see, you find a gold necklace, and you also find. Could you roll 1d6, please?
Mm-hmm.
You also find a chess set, although not the same as the chess set your fellow party member carries. It's made of the same materials. It's chess as opposed to snipper wood, but it's onyx and beautiful, and surely has some worth to it.
Okay. I will lift the necklace up and take a closer look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Just made of gold.
It's just made of gold, but it's polished to within an inch of its life. It looks like it's beautifully kept, and the value will be the highest it could be for an example, a necklace that looks like this.
Okay. Very nice. And I will pick up the chess set, and I will turn and I say, that was a bargain well struck, and we'll begin marching back towards the door to leave.
As you turn,
Mm-hmm.
your party members look and see that you are, in fact, now paper thin. Your necklace is the widest thing on you. If you put it on you, you appear fully in 2 dimensions. You will get a boon on evasion and sneak rolls. You'll get a bane on weapon skills and on acrobatics. Your height, your width, and your depth has been taken, Bucky.
How is there a way to mark that? So that all of those different things.
I will.
And banes on.
So if you go onto your character sheet and you go down to armor, right at the bottom, where it says sneaking, evading, acrobatics. So click acrobatics. That will give you the bane on that. For the evading, the sneaking, we'll just need to remember and add it in, because there's no way to permanently mark a boon on the character sheet.
Okay.
So when you say it's paper thin, is it like a card, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like a walking card. So if he turns sideways, he's.
This is like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is not going to do well for my fear problems right now.
Yeah, my first thought was Judge Doom and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. After
All right, so I'm gonna just write it in my appearance, paper thin, and then boon on
Sneak and evade.
On sneak and evade. Okay.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? What happened?
I have grown wealthier. That is what is wrong. Is that really considered something that we don't value?
I'm sorry. I'm losing it over his token. I
know, right?
I just saw that. Oh, that's perfect.
We will have to find a way to reverse this. You don't want to be like this.
What? Wealthy? I know several ways to reverse that. That is for sure.
No, the state of you're like a painting.
Oh,
So my
that's the nicest
eyes,
thing you've ever said to me.
my eyes get just as big as saucers, bigger than my monocle. Get me out of here! And I just keep running.
It's touching me.
Yeah, it's squeezing by you.
Yeah, I don't even have to squeeze. I just walk.
You just turn sideways.
That is hilarious.
Oh,
Do I need to roll again, maybe for like will you think to
No,
Try
I
to
think
be-
that's.
it's wearing off by now?
Yeah, you come out of the room.
Okay.
Maybe Aiden's distracted you.
Okay. Definitely.
that is very funny that I can spin myself also.
Yeah, because Alberic so obsessed with form and symmetry and just jewels and things, and he kind of is sort of sickened a little bit. Aeodon's appearance, so he's kind of like, something's wrong with you.
Well, yes, of course it is. We are still trying to complete our mission.
I'm trying to think of playing cards and coins, but it's just not working.
I can't.
You're hideous.
What are
Look
we
at yourself.
What are we looking for in here? I don't even remember anymore.
So we're looking for a hairpiece to swap with the one we have, and we are looking for spectacles, which I hold. And at some point, we will need to swap the game board that you hold for the one that's outside behind that purple curtain. But I also found this, and I will pull out the chessboard.
Mhm.
Is it normal dimension? Like was it affected at all?
No. You made the deal. You're the only floppy bit of paper.
Very
Yeah.
nice, huh? Worth a pretty penny.
Does that mean his clothes and his robes are kind of like just draped, like they're not flat, they're draped over him? And he's just
that's
like,
true. Or my
just this-
clothes just hanging loosely over.
Like a scarecrow, yeah.
Yeah, they can be. Yeah, as long as you leave them on, they can definitely be floppy and just sort of like you're like a walking cloak stand right now.
Yeah.
It's,
bro, you look like a fruit roll up. This is wrong.
I don't know what to say. You offend me.
Yeah.
Wait, we're in a library. Maybe there's spectacles in here. Did anyone even look, or did we just play on the floor? And then we should look around in here, right?
Mhm.
Excellent decision.
If I were to have spectacles, I would keep them where the books were.
Oh, perhaps near a reading chair, a place where they would want to comfortably read.
Yeah,
Sure.
Looking around the library, you can. You're just going in between the bookshelves. You can just slip right through
Right.
to the restricted section. Looking around the library, there's nothing immediately that jumps out on you, but you guys can all make a spot hidden roll
Okay.
to see if anything elsewhere to appeal to you. Mhm.
2 of us passed.
Yeah.
Nice. Bastion is maybe you find a different color leathered book and you're checking to see whether it tastes the same as the brown one. This
I'm
one
chewing on it.
red. Isn't it? Maybe there's
Yes.
more iron in this makeup. Ed, and you hear in the back of your mind sort of a there was one other thing. And Albrecht, your treasure hunter skill tells you that there's more to the room to the north where your friend lost his wits than you found so far.
Oh. I'm gonna walk over to them and tell them that.
Mhm.
No, I have terrible memories of that room, so perhaps one of you might go have a look. I sense there is something else there. Just tell me it's safe and I will join you after.
I'll go.
I was in there for quite a long time, and I had nothing but good luck.
As I pass by you.
So Bastion, he just goes in,
Yeah.
has a hand on one of his spears, and he's looking around.
So you see above you in the center of the room an unlit brazier, and you see around you drapes covering all of the walls, almost like you imagine it's exactly what the inside of that podium would have looked like if you had stood in there, except that there's no board, right? It's you're apart from the door to the south, you're covered around by drapes, and there was this brazier above you.
Drapes for, oh my goodness, for some reason I thought you said grapes, and I'm like, yep, that makes sense. Drapes.
Your eye maybe catches the skulls of the dogs and the horses and the rats that hang from the ceiling in front of some of the drapes.
Paper mage, come in here. Are you in here? He's kind of looking around because he can't really tell where he is.
You know my
Anymore.
name. Don't be insulting.
You see that above us? Can you light it on fire?
Can I reach it if I light a torch and raise it up?
Yeah, you can light a torch. You've also got light. I think you've got a heat
Light
chill.
trick?
Yeah, heat chill.
I do have heat
ignite. Ignite would be what you.
I do have ignite.
If you wanted to do it magically.
Yeah, let's try that. Just because I've never played one of these and I want to cast a spell at all of my spells. So yes, I will cast ignite on the brazier.
Awesome. The
Cool.
brazier, the brazier lights up. It's impressive the way it does so, almost like a bonfire that's had petrol put on it. It takes really quickly and efficiently. Looking around the room, you can see now that some of the drapes start to move as the air heats up. As the drape towards you, the southeast of this room, you think you see something behind it.
I'm going to use the tip of my spear to kind of like push one of these drapes aside to look behind it. I'll do. Oh, I'm not. I'll push like this side.
Which direction did you see? Was there something behind it?
So you saw
Southeast?
something over here,
Oh, my bad.
but there are drapes everywhere.
No, boy. Oh, this way, and we'll indicate there.
All right, so now Bastion will take his spear and push the drapes aside.
You pull this drape back, it moves to the side of the door in the southern side, and as you see, behind this drape there's a wall, but there's also a secret doorway.
There's another door.
It isn't adorned in anything. There's slightly fewer skulls around this section of the room to make passing easier. But it's clearly someone's made an effort to conceal it. placing the drapes as they are.
Albrecht, we found something.
Yes, a secret door.
Do you hear any talking in your heads?
No.
No.
Oh,
Come in.
Very-
It is safe.
very well then. And I walk in, almost bump into you.
I float to the side. I kind of drift.
Yeah.
Go back in the.
Oh,
The hot air is taking effect on you.
Disgusting.
what have you found?
A door.
Yes. Bastian has
a-
found a door.
It was a secret door,
I want to go examine it.
but I've told everyone about it now.
It's not a secret.
Yes, it's not much of a secret any longer.
Looking at the door, you can see that you can push it. It will open inward and towards the left-hand side. It's not locked. It's just concealed. You can see as you sort of try it a little bit, some movement there. If you want to put your ear to it.
I want to listen. Does it look like an ordinary door, or is there any kind of adornments or anything on it?
There aren't any adornments. Let me 100% make sure. No, there aren't any adornments. It's rudimentary. It almost looks like it's sort of brickwork, where the rest of in fact, every other door you've seen has been more ostentatious because it's been public facing. But you've come through a puzzle door to get even into this room. So the need for it to be quite so showy isn't here. This door has function and looks as if it's been made purely for function and maybe for speed, as opposed to for showing off.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna listen, feel the temperature if it feels weird. If there's any like cracks I can look through.
Give us a spot hidden check, and I will double check for you. Nice.
Yes. Finally.
You can smell a few things. So with the brazier lit, it's difficult to make too much out, but you can smell a little bit of mold, maybe. You can smell some old wine or some remnants of some old wine, and something else, something that's harder to place. It's not the brazier, but it's not unlike it.
Is there any air coming out of it, or any drafts or anything? No, nothing.
No, it's the air is still on the other side.
Well, I smell mold and perhaps wine. Maybe it's a cellar of some kind.
Soon as he mentions wine, Bastion's gonna open the door and go through.
Awesome.
He's a glutton for drink and food. That's
You
his
open the door.
that's his weakness.
Oh, perfect.
You open the door and you see a staircase leading down. Are you going to follow it down, Bastion?
Yep.
Oh man, okay.
Down a steep flight of stairs, which end in a narrow brick vault. Amongst here, there's old wine barrels, there are cobwebs, and there are mouldy old sacks. There are footprints in the dirt leading towards an inner chamber. There's a faint glow which issues from a doorway here.
And the glow, does it look like it's coming like around like the crack of the door? Or is
It's almost as if there's like a light on the other side of this.
Okay.
So where everything else is sort of shadows, and there are small candles lit on each of these desks, maybe that are burning at different lengths.
How many sets of footprints do I see?
You see one set of footprints.
For when I carried you. Sorry. My token, I think, might be stuck in the wall. I can't move it at all.
You got stuck in a crack. You're Mr. Playing Card over here.
Yeah, my foot got kind of stuck in the side of the stairwell. I'm like, what? Okay. So I'm going to start walking forward towards that door.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like looking around. I'm looking specifically for the items that we're looking to replace. The wig and the spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing any, I will look at the door.
Yeah.
So I can see the light kind of going around all four sides.
Yep.
And there's nothing else really about the door that leaps out of me.
No, it's it's actually a doorway. The door I've put the door in here just to create the lighting effect. So there's darkness there. If you were to take another step forward, there'd be more that you'd be able to see in this next area. For all intents and purposes, it's a bit of darkness or a sort of bit of haze you have to walk through. Okay,
I will kind of like wave everyone to move forward, and then I'll look at my hand and I'll like shift it around so that it's visible to them, and then I will wait forward.
I really want to try some of this wine.
Well,
you're going to get sick.
I walk in and I immediately go, "Oh, you might not want to touch that wine right now."
In the inner chamber of the cellar, a large pentagram is drawn on the floor. In the center of the pentagram is a table with a candle and 2 chairs. On the table is an ongoing game of smickleboards, and on one of the chairs sits a hairless human figure in a thin linen robe with claw-like fingers and bird talons for feet. Perched upon the creature's thin nose is a pair of gilded spectacles. "Greetings," she says, they say.
"Is this the privy? I've gotten a bit lost."
"This can be whatever you want it to be. If you would care to join me." This person sort of shows you to the other chair.
I will look behind me and kind of continue to indicate like, what is it that you are doing here in this totally normal room underneath a totally normal mansion? There is a normal party happening at this time.
Oh yes, that it will be long now. I am one half of this game, you see. I'm stuck down here for a while, and very much I'd like just to finish this game, if you'd care to join.
Well,
you have the look of a wise man, at least from certain angles.
Looking at the game, does it look like the game that they play for this tournament, this annual tournament?
It's the same game. You've not seen the board or anything, but this is a game of smickleboard. You'd know that, yeah.
And if I don't feel like playing, I can just leave. Then is that right?
Well, of course you can, but it's where's the fun in not playing?
Bastion's gonna go up towards the paper wizard. He's gonna say, "She's got the spectacles."
Oh, so she has.
If you play her, you could try to win them. Maybe we'll ante up the wig. She has no hair. She might want that.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes. Very well. Game player. I will. I agree. I will try to win your game. What are the stakes?
Well, the stakes. I heard your Wolfkin friend there saying he'd like some spectacles.
He said it very quietly. There's no way you could have heard. And
You overestimate his ability to whisper, or maybe mine to hear. The lack of hair does wonders, and your voice carries in a cellar like this. I will play you for these spectacles, and I need not have the wig in return. All I'm really like is to finish the game. It's quite boring being sat down here. How does that sound?
Well,
She
I
stares at
would
you.
like those spectacles. I actually would be open to a trade. I have a pair of spectacles of my own, and I kind of like move them up and down on my paper nose.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
We certainly could trade. But we should get to know each other and play the game first, maybe.
Wait a minute.
Is he still whispering? Is he still trying to whisper? Because I can hear him still.
No,
I can hear him too. You might as well just say it out loud.
This is not right.
I see.
I've seen people play this game, but why in the center of a pentagram? Can you even leave the circle? Are you stuck there? What are you?
I'm a player in this game.
I don't know about this paper mage.
Well, he has the spectacles.
I do have the spectacles.
I kind of sneak up behind Bastion. It can't get any worse for him. Just let him do it.
But it could get worse for us. And just look at her. It's not. Something's not right. I don't like it.
Yes, says the talking Wolfgang. You are welcome to leave if you rather dislike the game.
No. I need moral support. Please stay. Encourage me.
All right, but I'm not getting in the circle.
Go on. You've got this, Eodan. I know you can do it.
All right. I agree. I will play you for your spectacles, or rather, as a trade for the spectacles.
Very well. Very well. I believe it's your turn. If you want to
I don't know the rules.
Well, they're not in the book either. But if you can make an intelligence check, that'd be amazing.
You got it.
It's an opposed. Yes, well, I see. That's an interesting move you make. As you start moving the pieces back and forth, she's quick to counter. Every time you feel like you're getting the upper hand, or you're remembering a set of moves you've read in a book, passing time for fun rather than for your magical knowledge, it seems that she's already heard of that or read that before, and she's able to perfectly counter the moves you make until at last she's able to pick up one of her pieces and knock over your king's piece, signaling that you lose the game. Well, that was most enjoyable.
You're quite skilled.
I am very skilled. Thank you. These spectacles are very useful. You should pop them down on the table. But my time is now better spent elsewhere. Thank you very much, Paper Mage. I appreciate your company. And she steps across, leaving the room.
Well, I pick up the spectacles. Mm-hmm. That was rather anticlimactic. And I will stand up and I will begin to walk towards the edge of the circle.
Wait, don't you need to leave the other spectacles there?
Oh, quite right. And I will take off the spectacles that are on my nose and I will set them on the game board.
Awesome. You hear from the corner coming down from where the stairs were a cackle and a voice that you recognize saying, "Free at last!" Knuckles clicking as this figure starts to make their way up the stairs.
I wonder, what do you suppose that means?
What have you done, Eodan? Have you released a demon?
I attempt to leave the circle. Am I able to walk outside of it?
Yeah, you're able to walk outside of it.
Oh, man.
And I have the I have the correct spectacles, and I've left the incorrect spectacles.
Yeah, you've accomplished the spectacle swap.
Well, then
Job
there's
done.
nothing else to worry about. We'll worry about freed demons later. I'm
Honestly,
pretty sure that's what you did.
This is becoming quite profitable for me. I've acquired some very pricey items that I cannot wait to sell. I feel as though I've advanced in some sort of skill, and I have completed my part of the bargain. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do to catch up. And he looks to both of you, but he has to like look like a fish with eyes.
Albrook is he visibly starts flushing, kind of angry at Aodan's newly acquired riches,
Yeah,
but he doesn't say anything.
Those instincts tell you that is worth some money. What he's just acquired.
Yeah.
You said the game board does not. It looks like it is the same game, but not necessarily the one that they are playing on upstairs.
Yeah, this one it's not particularly expensive looking. It's not made of the same materials that Stalimo described to you.
That's the wrong one.
Yes, this is not the item that we need to switch, obviously, but it appears that the spectacles allowed that man or that person that we have freed to play and see through the person's eyes that is playing, the winner, allowing them to have a slight advantage now that we have freed the demon, which we will probably have to deal with later at some point, which will be most fun to pursue that one. We have at least given the one that hired us the fighting chance.
A third of it at least, yeah. Would you like to head back upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bastion's really sad because he never got to try any of the wine.
Oh.
I like seeing your token like rotate, like pivot, and
Yeah, it's
change direction.
Yeah, if you hold Alt whenever you're moving around, it lets you not snap to the grid.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you can put
okay,
you can drop yourself in other places. So
Okay.
So now we just have to find the wig inside here, right?
yes,
All
I
right.
believe that's so.
And the privy.
Yes, I still very much need to go.
I need to go at this point.
Side quest, gentlemen. Don't lose sight of the prize.
Indeed.
Coming up the stairs and into the library, which is one of the quieter areas of the manor so far, you hear a bell strike. It strikes to 12, and amplified by magic, you can hear Calisio's voice echoing. Sorry, strikes to 8. Amplified by magic, you hear Calisio's voice echoing throughout the palace halls. I hope you've all had something to eat. Drinks are available for the rest of the evening. While these tables are being cleared, those interested can join me in my brand new magical treasure chamber for demonstrations of the wonders therein. And you begin to hear footsteps coming through.
Before we leave, just so I would like to walk back into that room, closing doors behind us, and close that treasure chest to make sure that it looks as though nobody's been in there.
Sure, that's fine.
And just kind of make it. And if we get to the puzzle board, if there's a way, I don't know if there's a way to reset the board so it looks like nobody's played it.
Yeah, lifting the piece from that board, you get the sense that the pressure pads have to be pressed continuously in a certain order for that door to open. So as you lift it up, you hear the door start to close again, and you're able just to put it back on the starting piece. You're able to put the parchment back down if you want to, and sort of make an effort to cover your tracks.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. We must be quiet now. Lead on.
So we hear footsteps coming into this room here.
Yeah, you can hear footsteps coming through the entrance hall, and the noise that Aiden and well, you all heard, but were Aiden's and Bastion's footsteps as they echoed off of that marble flooring. Now you can hear triplets of those sounds and murmuring voices as people come in. Oh my! Look at this black stone of emptiness. It's quite remarkable. What are those scrolls? Well, I've heard these scrolls are quite powerful indeed, but you should hear what Cleciel has to say about them. I'm sure she'll regale us of all of her adventures and all of her accomplishments. Looking through the library door into that space, you can see the Archmage Cleciel beginning to hold court amongst her guests.
Now, while everyone's attention is diverted, let's join.
Good idea.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Sneak in.
into the crowd.
Yeah.
Everybody give us a sneaking roll. You notice that there's somebody missing from the rooms that you've just entered, and that's the person who you played Smickleboard with. You hear a couple of, oh my, oh goodness me, from outside the windows to the west. Your sneaking rolls are going to have a bane.
Oh,
So if you can give us 2 rolls, and we'll just take the lowest. You haven't got to go into the
Oh,
character
okay.
sheets necessarily.
Okay, I had a boon from the.
Yeah,
the,
so yours is
patron.
flat.
oh,
Okay.
dang it. Fail.
I passed either way.
Awesome. Okay.
I got a dragon.
Nice. So the door opens, and Aiden, you're able to walk through into this this ostentatious room with the crowd. You can hear Bastion being quiet behind you, and Almeric, as you go to close the door, maybe it's you close it a little bit too loud, like it slams slightly, and a few faces start to turn. Aiden, with your dragon, how would you like to avert their attention?
I will start to cough. Like I will time my cough to whenever the door closes, and like almost coughing on them. So it like forces them to like, they're like this rude old man that's very weirdly thin, just coughed all over me.
Trying to hear what's going on here. Oh, dare they? They're quite loud, aren't they? These roughhousens. What orientation are you, Aiden? Are you trying to be front on, or are you showing them your thinness?
I will be to the side, so it looks like I'm not thin. So I'm just like kind of looking at something else, so they can kind of see my profile.
Yeah. Okay. You've read maybe some 90s Vogue magazines about the angles, and you're working the angles for the crowd as they move around, making sure that when someone looks at you, they're getting the right sort of idea.
So I guess I'm kind of hanging towards the back, so that anytime anybody would look at me, I'm kind of just like moving along with the side with the wall, so that no matter where they look, I always look like I'm looking. They can see my profile.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Cleciel will start to tell the crowd about the shiny black stone in this one display cabinet, which she took from a demon, and it represents their hunger once swallowed. It can have quite the effect on somebody. She'll then walk across to a lute, and she'll tell you of its enchantment. Once you start playing it, you could be mistaken for a master bard in any inn in any city across the world. And she'll continue a bottle of bright red liquid. This is Camander's elixir, recovered from the sinking tower off the coast of the Misty Vale. This is said to have particularly interesting properties, although only the brave would test to see how accurate the rumors are. And she'll continue to go over a few other different bits and pieces. Would you guys want to stay in this room, or are you going to move on?
We probably need to. And he's trying to whisper. We probably need to get back into the main hall and check out the other door. We gotta find the wig.
Good idea.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
This thing is weighing me down. All right, yeah.
So those sneaking rolls will take you out of that room as well. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Do.
You can take yourselves through the door to the east-hand side if that's where you'd like to go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Entering this room, you see a pillared hall, which has high ceilings and is lit by oil lamps, whose golden glow reflects off of these shiny floor tiles. By a door at the end of the hall to the east is a pedestal with 2 cups on it. You can see from the see-through glass tops of these cups that they're both filled with a dark liquid. There's a doorway behind which are flanked by 2 well-fed looking harpies perched on separate pillars, gnawing at bones. Oh, hello then. Look at these. Who are these? You don't know who these are? Yeah, I do know you don't. What's your names then? They say.
My name is Bastion Bloodjaw.
Oh.
He's gonna approach, not too far, about right there,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll deeply bow.
I have respect.
I am a guest here for tonight. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you also. No, it's not. Why are you saying that? Look at him. He looks like he could eat us. No, he doesn't. And you see him sort of muttering between themselves. What's the rest of you called then? There's one that's thin, and there's one that looks rather thick. They both look rather thick.
Beg your pardon. So he responds and just steps up forward. I am called Albrecht Gleamheart, keeper of coin, finder of the ring of Ringseria, and many other great treasures. Who are you?
Ringseria. Who are we? Well, I'm Fable. No, you're not. You're Myth. No, I'm not. One of us is Myth and one of us is Fable. No, we're both Myth. And they look confused, start snapping towards each other before they turn back to you. Sounds like a fancy ring you found. What did you call it, Ringseria? I bet it's powerful and expensive. Can we have it?
Why would I give it to you? And why are harpies in here?
Oh, he's one for the big philosophical questions, this one. Yeah, he looks like he might be a bit of a clever clog. I don't know, he doesn't look that clever to me. Do us a favour, why don't you just have a drink of the drink and then you'll find out why the harpies are here. Yeah, maybe they'll find out. I don't know that they will, though. We will if we tell them. You're never going to tell them, though, are you? No, I'm not.
So at the mention of drink,
them, right?
yeah, I throw my hand on Bloodjaw. Don't do it yet.
But I could drink both.
You could drink both. You look thirsty.
I am thirsty.
He doesn't look thirsty. He looks like he's drunk from them birds out there.
From behind both of them, I will like.
I thought you were gonna like squeeze in between us.
Yeah, I slide in between. My name is Archmaster Eodin. I am looking for the privy. Is it through that door between you? I couldn't have another drink right now. I would explode.
In unison, one says yes and one says no.
Adon, they want us to drink and I want to drink, but Albrecht won't let me drink.
What is in these cups?
Oh, the cups is knowledge in the cups. It's not knowledge, not in both of them. Shut up. There's it's like one in one of them is like knowledge, the one to the south will say. And in the other one, there's the end of your knowledge. And the one above will say, there's actually knowledge in both of them, you know. Don't listen to that one. The one below will say, you know nothing. Shut up. They know nothing.
Hmm.
I want to approach them and take a closer look.
Mm-hmm. The cops.
Yeah, the cups, yeah.
Okay.
They're just, is there any details or I guess the liquid inside or like are they glass or are they?
You are, let me just have a look at your character sheet and see what you have got.
Sounds like if you drink one of them, it might kill you.
Yes, the end of knowledge often is whenever you die. Although some say that's where knowledge truly begins, where you see what is past this life and into the next. I don't know how that would apply here, but aren't facts fun?
Bastion will look at the harpy who told the other one that they don't both contain knowledge, and he'll be like, he's technically right. They both have knowledge, although you only get to know death once and for a moment. It's the only time you learn about it, though.
I once knew a badger who met death more than once, but he did have a friend who walked around in a dark cloak and carried a stick. So you never do know, says the one below. Albrecht, if you want to make an awareness or a spot hidden check, you can see what you can see with these cops. Aiden, what did you do with the spectacles?
I'm wearing them on my on the paper thin nose. I just replaced them with from the ones I was wearing before.
Cool.
I rolled a demon, so I probably knocked the cups over or something.
I think you picked them off and you examined them one at a time.
Accidentally drank them.
And you put them back down, but you put them back down in the wrong place. So you swapped them over. Aiden, you can see though that surrounding the harpy to the north, it almost looks like the harpy to the north is warm. There's like glowing white light behind them.
I noticed this, and I like adjust, and I look past it, like look at them without the spectacles in the way. Does the light fade? Is it gone?
When you move the spectacles down, the light fades.
Interesting, and I will push it back up, and then I will look at the one to the south.
It looks like a normal harpy. You better be careful, dwarf. You don't want to lose track of what you're doing down there, says the one in the south, who isn't illuminated. Knowledge can be powerful and can be dangerous, yeah? Don't go middling them up.
Do you agree with what he just said? To the north, you, indicating.
No, he talks a lot of rubbish. No, I don't agree with what he says. It's clear. Just drink the one that's got the thing. The drink. Yeah, just drink them. Just drink both of them. That way you can be sure, innit? I guess, or just drink one of them and don't be sure. You are very thin looking now.
It is true. I have lost some weight recently. Well,
hey Don, which one can I drink?
The one you. Would I interpret the light surrounding the one to the north as something that like I'm perceiving it as something that's like more like maybe pure or I want to say trustworthy.
It's the opposite, which is my mistake. but for the comment at the very end about you're looking very thin, that comment would have come from the one in the south. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh no, it's okay. What say you? Which one should we drink? At the one to the south.
He hops down, looking over the two cups as Albrecht has moved them. You should drink the one near the dwarf if you want to come through, or the one near the wolfkin if you've had enough of this party. In one.
Did you? I would trust that one, and I will indicate the one that just popped up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I saw that he put them down in the incorrect places. So I think that's probably part of the demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So which one?
Well, he said the one if we would like to continue to stay at this party. Obviously, our task is not complete. I still have to use the privy.
He's gonna kind of push Albert aside and grab the wine that's in front of him.
Mhm.
And he's just gonna drink it because he's a glutton. He missed out on wine downstairs. He didn't really understand how the birds were, so he didn't get his fill there either.
Mhm.
So he's gonna down the chalice of wine that the harpy said was safe.
As you down that glass of wine, the other harpy jumps down beside you, Alberic. The other one's safe as well, you know. And the one to the south drops down and has a key under its wing. It unlocks the door and opens it, jumping back onto its perch. You can do it, dwarf. You look thirsty.
Are you telling me I need to drink this other one?
You definitely should drink the other one, yeah, says the one in the north.
Can I see anything through this open doorway?
Yeah.
What
Through
lies
the open
beyond?
doorway, you can see a small round hallway, which is, you can see on one side there's lots of furniture piled up over what looks like another doorway, and you can feel sort of wet heat coming out of this place. You can also see little rooms that have got tiny pieces of, or you can see a little bit of laundry folded up, some neatly, some not so neatly through here, sort of just like a vestibule, like a storage area.
Why are you so interested in us drinking these things?
The one at the south will say, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a bit boring in this room for two harpies. Like you said, why would there need to be two? I don't think there needs to be two at all. And the one up in the north will say, yeah, well, there only needs to be two because there are two. And the one in the south will say, well, there didn't used to be two, did there, Fable? And then one will say, my name is Myth, not Fable. In fact, we're both called Myth. And they'll start bickering amongst themselves again.
I'm trying to decide
What?
if Bastion just drinks the other one, because he is not. It says, I take every chance. I'm gluttonous.
Can I see
Flip a
eyeing
coin.
that other one maybe, and take the spectacles off, and I will hold them out to you and say, try these on, and then look again at your choices, and I will indicate the two harpies.
To me or Albert?
To you.
Oh, I'll put the spectacles
Since
over
you're the
my
one
eyes.
looking like you want to drink it.
And yeah, I'll look at both harpies.
Yeah, so the one in the north glows like there's a white outline around it, like it's white hot. and the one in the south looks like a normal harpy.
Hmm.
What are you looking at?
Why do you look so weird? No, never mind. No.
I like your tone, it says back at you.
I'm gonna take the spectacles off, hand them back to Paper
Mhm.
Mage. I keep
Mhm.
forgetting his name. That's why I've been calling you.
Oh,
Paper
no,
Mage.
keep doing it. I like it. I think it's
And he says, "Here's your spectacles back, Paper Mage. Just, I let's get out of here."
yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush
Every time
behind.
his token rotates,
I know.
it just catches me off guard.
So you enter a room
Think-
that has doors in 6 directions.
Oh man.
The one to the north is blocked off by old and new bits of furniture. And the rest of the doors, the one you come through in the 4 that form the semicircle, they store small bedrooms in some of them. Some of them are storerooms that have recently been cleared of furniture, and they've got some bedding in there. Coming from beyond the furniture piled up against the door in the north, you feel more intensity of this wet heat, almost like a little bit of steam coming through the gaps.
I want to go examine all these other little areas around here.
Yeah, but give us a spot hidden check.
Okay. Success.
Nice.
Hmm.
And roll me a d20,
Okay.
please.
4.
Nice. Underneath a chair with a little bit of linen covering most of it, you make out a small speck of silver. Maybe your nose brought you here. Reaching down and picking it up, you find a silver brooch
Oh.
that's clearly been left by one of the servants while they were readying some beds or doing some laundry hurriedly, maybe.
I'm gonna like stuff it away in my things. Nothing over here, just chairs and walls and empty rooms. Nothing at all. What do you see in the other room?
Well, I think the Aoden is probably going to head up to this closed door. You said it is blocked by furniture.
Mm. Yeah, it's almost like furniture from your side. All the furniture is on your side of this doorway, and it's all leant up against this doorway. The doorway, there isn't actually a door there. It's just there's just a hole in the wall, which is a door frame, I guess. And all this sort of wooden furniture is piled up against it.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can slide through small gaps in the furniture to get to that door and peek through.
Okay, yeah, give me sneak with a boon.
Is this an additional boon, or is this a boon including the boon that I already have?
You can have an additional boon. I imagine you're on the floor and you're just sort of almost like shimmying backwards, or you're leaning into your 2 dimensions. Yeah, man. I'll open this door so you can. In fact, I'll describe it to you first.
Okay.
You are met by heat and by steam. A mosaic room is dim, except for the glow of a corner fireplace reflected in a large pool in the middle of the room. Smashed furniture can be seen at the edge of the pool, and in the water lies a relatively small giant with 2 heads. Wearing only a loincloth, one head snores deeply, and the other one is wide awake. You can see one hand at the same side of the head, at the same side of the body as the awake head, just sort of plopping the water. No, do, do, do. I wish I know, I will. And the other head. Splish, splash, oh.
I will slide back out through the path that I took,
Yeah.
and I will walk back over and say, that room above, to the north, there is a two-headed giant playing in a pool.
Well, we've seen stranger things today.
Have we?
Have we? How big is this room with two giants?
Enormous. They looked very small in the room, actually.
I think he said it was a two-headed giant.
Oh.
There were two of them.
Still,
Yes.
one giant is large enough.
Was there a wig?
Oh, I didn't see. Unless I did.
No, you didn't see a wig.
I did not notice a wig, no.
Well, perhaps you can sneak further in there and just, look around.
That's a good idea.
They might not notice you.
I will go back, following the path that I took to get in there, and I will cross over into that room. But I think that I will turn so that I am the paper thin version of myself, and I will just continue angling myself around the room. So I'm like not hiding behind anything, but I just look like a line.
Yeah.
In the
A line of cloak. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You can see, so you can't see a wig. You can see a door to the north. And you can see, although it's obviously not drawn on this map because they never are, but you can see a small privy to the east if you did need to finally sort yourself out. And then apart from that, in the middle, you can see this large rectangular pool with the same hand just splashing in the pool, looking like it's trying to entertain itself, and snores echoing off of the walls around you. And the hand sort of does that splash effect where the water goes really far when you slap it.
Yeah, I'm kind of angling myself so that continuing to do that and kind of going around the pool. I guess I'm gonna try to stay kind of far back, and it is kind of steamy in here as well. It looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of trying to use that to my advantage. And I'm going to try to circle all the way around the pool without being seen. Oh, I did get stuck in the wall. Sorry. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Are you stuck?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, there I got free.
Oh, he's in the water now.
I'll stay away from it. But I'm gonna go around that side to try to get over to this side.
Okay, cool. Are you heading for the door?
Is there a door? I see one door to the north. Is there a door or anything else to the west?
No, so it's just the one door in the north.
Okay. So then yes, I will check out that door.
Okay.
And then staying kind of parallel to it is a closed door.
Currently it's closed, yeah.
I will lay my head back and slide in between the door and the wall and kind of peek into the next room. If I can.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll. That's incredible. You're able just to sort of pull your head back. That maybe the hatch, the bit of the door handle that keeps the door closed, you're just able to angle your body over as you pivot backwards, and you find yourself in a room that has a mingled sense of bed sheets and equally fresh fruit, which is by far the most pleasant room you've smelt since the library, for you at least. It's furnished with what you can make of a four-poster bed, thick rugs, a wardrobe, and a desk. On the desk, there's an oil lamp which is burning, and behind a small door, almost like a stairgate, you see some stairs leading upward.
I will pull my head back again. I don't know how I'm going to. I think I could probably get up there, but I don't have the wig. If it is up there to swap, and I don't know how to get them, so I'm going to angle myself back and head back.
Okay.
Hey guys.
The token rotation always gets me.
So I was able to scout the room a bit. So the giant did not see me. I assure you, 2 heads, not 2 giants.
That's better. Yeah.
So to the north, there's a door, and through the door, there is a very nice smelling room with a spiral staircase going up. Curious, I did not see a wig, but I'm wondering if the wig is up there. The problem is how to get you and the wig through that room without the giants noticing. I don't know if we should be fighting giants at this point.
What if I just give you the wig? You can have it. We can wait here safely while you squeeze your way through small passages and whatnot. Did it smell like perfume or food? I'm curious.
Very perfumey.
Ah.
Yes. No food. I couldn't smell anything worth trying. Worth eating, at least. I suppose, but don't you want to be a part of this?
I don't want to be a part of a 2-headed giant.
What if the giant doesn't even want to fight?
That is true. That was shame on me to assume that a giant would just want to fight as soon as it sees somebody coming through. It might be a friendly giant. I don't know.
I could find out.
What if you go through, you speak to this giant and find out. If it wants to fight, then we know. If it doesn't, you can keep it distracted while I go upstairs and see if the wig is upstairs.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. Let me do the talking, Bastion.
Can you move some of this furniture aside so you can go?
Oh, yeah. I guess we got to move some of this stuff away, yeah.
Yeah, you're able to move the furniture aside reasonably quickly, reasonably easily to gain access to the room.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, like, so we see these two giants, but are they... You said they're just kind of playing, one of them's playing in the water and the other one's snoring?
It's one giant.
Well,
so it's one giant with two heads. Yeah,
the heads. One head.
And you can almost, if you, as you look at them, you can see the difference going down vertically. On one side, it looks like the body's asleep. And on the other side, the body and the arm are trying to sort of just entertain itself while the other one snores. Are you trying to sneak in, or are you trying to?
Yeah, which head is the sleepy one? Is it this the west one or the east one?
It'd be the west one.
Of course it is.
No, it's not. Sorry, it's the east.
Oh, it is the other one. Okay, well
yeah,
then,
it's a slightly nicer looking one.
I'm going to notice this. I guess I'm going to notice this and think. Yeah, I'm going to try to sneak past up to the door that Aeodon was talking about.
Okay, make me a sneak.
Okay.
Sneak check.
Oh, what? Oh, man. I rolled a demon.
I am continuing to go to the door while whatever is happening. I'm just like, nope. Did we swap? Did I take the wig from you in the other room?
I mean, if you want, I don't think we determined if I gave it to you or not.
Let's swap. I give you the spectacles and I will take the wig and I will put it away.
Hello. The water ripples as the giant turns and looks you straight in the face, Albrecht. What are you doing in my bathroom?
I am here, a royal inspector sent by Her Majesty herself.
Oh,
I heard there was a leak. I've been sent to make sure everything is all right, and it appears as if everything is all right, isn't it?
Well, I thought I heard one of the servants say there were leaks in the soup, which will be in the kitchen. But you can always bring me some soup if you wanted to. And you hear snoring from the other side of this. You wouldn't want me to wake up my brother. He gets quite angry, actually.
Well, we don't want that now, do we? All right, I'll retrieve your soup. Anything special you might need?
Well, yes, I would like 25 rolls, bread rolls, a pot of soup from the kitchen, just them birds that I can play with. And you hear the other head sort of wake slightly and then drift back to sleep. And if they've got any cake, I'll have 3 of those. Please. Who's your friend?
Oh, he's here to help me carry all these goods, of course.
He looks like he's good at carrying.
He's very good
at you, Bastion.
You can hear Bastion's stomach making that sound, hearing about all of this delicious food.
Yeah, you. It's just that, because where is Kalizil? Is she coming back? She said she'd be back.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be here any moment now.
Oh, that's good. She said she would help us, didn't she? So that'll be good when she does that.
What do you need help with, may I ask? Other than bread and soup and cake.
Well, we are one in body, but 2 in mind, you see. Mine's in here, and his is in there. And he taps his brother's head. He sort of and hits his hand away before he falls back to sleep. And we want to be 2 in. We want 1 each.
I see. It's quite the predicament you find yourself in. I don't envy you.
She said that she'd done it and she could do it. Well, she'd done it the other way and she could do it this way. And but we were just told to wait in here, and then someone came and just sort of moved some bits against the door there, so we couldn't get out. So he went to sleep, and I just started playing with the water. And he'll slap the water towards you, like sort of ripples a couple of feet high.
I'm curious. A big fellow like yourself, you couldn't get through the door, push away all of the debris?
Well, she said that if we didn't stay here, that she wouldn't make us 2.
I see.
And I can't. I don't know if she'd make us more than 2, but I don't know what that is. So I stayed because I was a bit scared in case there was something that was more than 2. You see.
I see.
But I'm hungry and my fingers are all wrinkled now because it's been a good few hours.
Well, this isn't part of my duties, but I feel terrible for what the state you're in. So I will help you. Come on, Bastion. Let's go fetch this young boy some soup and cake and, well, the whole kitchen actually. All right, we're gonna run out the door. Bastion.
Sure.
I have an idea. I want to know what you think. So, do you know the wine that those harpies were so eager to have us drink?
You want me to drink it?
No, not at all, not at all. What I am thinking is we put it in the soup for this giant.
Well, why don't we just offer him a drink?
Well, he wants the soup. We know that already. Maybe he doesn't want a drink. Maybe he doesn't want wine.
We could see if he does, then won't that make him dead?
But then if we just give it to him in the soup, he's going to eat it anyway, and it's a win-win here. I don't know why you're pushing back against this idea. It's foolproof.
We'd have to go all the way to the kitchen.
Oh, it's not that far.
The cup is right here.
It's not that far.
But we might run into those other guests again.
Well, they're in the fancy room with all the glimmer and glamour.
Oh, you could see all the way over there.
I'll tell you what. If we go to the other room and they're in the entryway, we can come back and get the wine and see if the giant will take it. How about that?
Well, now you're just adding extra steps to my plan. But okay, we'll do that.
All right. Yeah, we're going to head back to the kitchen. Well, carefully, I guess, we're going to wait and see if anybody's in the entryway, and then make our way to the kitchen, I guess, if...
Yep.
Okay.
There's nobody in the entrance hall. You're able to make yourself across to the kitchen, where you're greeted by Mr. and Mrs. Chubby Cheeks. I think that's what they're called, if I recall correctly. Paper Mage, are you hanging? Are you holding where you are, or are you advancing?
No, I'm looking at. I got around there, and I'm looking at the door, and do I see? Is there a gap between the floor and the bottom of the door?
There is, yes.
Okay, I will slide down and stick my head into the door, and then slide my hands under and pull myself underneath the door.
Okay, give me one more sneaking check. I want to see if you make a noise like as you push yourself across the floor.
Or lose your robe or something.
Or lose your robe.
Okay. Sneaking.
Matt, you should really bring this character over for Path of Glory.
I kind of love it.
This is the origin story.
Yeah.
So that's a 3 under 10.
Yeah, nice. So you're able to slip under, much like you have done, into the bedroom.
Okay. So once I get in there, I will stand up again, and I will take a look around. A better look than what I saw before. I'm specifically looking for the wig. Okay.
So looking, you can see that the wig is not downstairs in this bedroom, but there is an upstairs also. There's this looks like it could be Caliciel's bedroom. The 4-poster bed is beautiful. It's garnished with very high quality fabrics. There are animal rugs as well as man-made rugs here, which are thick. As you walk on them, you can sort of feel the water coming out of your paper-thin soles of your shoes. There's a wardrobe in there. There's a wardrobe there, and there's also a desk in there.
I will. I'll go and check out the desk really quickly to see if there's anything on it, or if the drawers open. If there's anything in the drawers.
Cool. Okay. Give us a spot hidden check, please.
Got it. Got to take off that boot. Sorry. Spot hidden.
Nice. And
then
then give
7 under 14.
And then roll me a d20, please.
Okay. 9.
Okay, and then a d6, please. All of the dice.
3.
3. You, as you're looking around this desk and you're opening the drawers, you're seeing sort of notes about, it's similar to those notes you found earlier about splitting people or moving people, joining people together, but the minds being the problem. You see a book, you find a book on the nature of ogres by Half Dawn Darkhelm, which is a poorly written scroll making baseless claims that ogres and giants were originally human children who grew large because they contained too many souls. You pull out what looks like a keyboard drawer underneath the desk, and in here you find a morning star, sharpened and made of exquisite metals.
Ooh. That's really nice. I'll come back for it. And I will turn and I will I will go up the stairs.
Okay. Bastion, Alberic, just about now you'll have had enough time to come back and re-enter the bathroom with all sorts, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I wanted to get the wine on the way back. Did the harpies protest or anything?
No, well, one of them sort of tots at you. The one in the south, and the one in the north starts flapping their wings and becoming excited. A couple of feathers in the air. If harpies could, it smiles at you and watches you walk past into the storeroom towards the bathroom.
I'll just say like, "Oh, hi! I needed a drink with this meal to your health."
To your lack of health.
All right, so Bastion, you You did not fail us in the puzzle earlier. What are your thoughts with this wine? Poison? Powerful? I wish Aodan were here. He would know more about this.
I'm having second thoughts about this. This giant's done nothing wrong to us. If it were to kill him, it'd be on my conscience forever.
It's a giant.
Yeah, I bet he has a name.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ask. Let's learn more about this giant friend of yours, and I assure you we will find out he is a very troublesome individual, and this world will not miss him.
And Bastion will go in, and he's looking at the giant, and he's like having just these really sympathetic thoughts going through his head.
The giant, which is awake, you have a few seconds before it even notices you, as it just draws circles in the swimming pool, or in the baths, or in the water. Oh, da-dee-doo. Oh, is that small? And he sort of lifts his head up and sees you. Hello, you. You've come back.
And I'm holding I've got a tray of like all the rolls he wanted. 25 rolls.
Wow, look at that. That's good. That's enough for him and me. Oh, yeah. Hey. And he sort of slaps the other head, who wakes up, and his story stops. I was smashing them. Ew, he's got food. And he looks at you, Bastion. Give us some. Yeah, they got it for us. They got it. It's for us, isn't it, mate? The one which was awake was that.
Yep.
Oh, pass it here then.
May I ask, what were you smashing?
I was smashing every kind of kin you can imagine in my dream.
Ah, really? Bastion?
The beetle ones, and the ant ones, and the frog ones, and the human ones, and not any dwarves or any wolfkin, no, they were fine, but the human ones.
As soon as he says that they were fine, Bastion shoots a look at Albert. See?
You're very selfish, Bastion. There are more kin than just you and I.
He sort of the giant swims over to you, and they both put their elbows up on the edge of the pool, now on their front. Can we have some of them rolls, please?
Yeah, Bastion.
Give it or I'll smash your face in, the little one says.
Bastion will look at the bowl of soup and at Albrecht, and he'll kind of like shoot like a head nod, like implying give the soup to the mean one. And he's gonna give
same body though.
Yeah, but he's not that smart. So.
Yeah, okay.
So he's gonna hold up the tray of rolls to the one that was awake before and has been quite kind to us.
So while he's doing this, I'm gonna kind of, I'm smaller of stature. I'm gonna be kind of behind Bastion, just arranging the things and try to see if I can slip the wine into the bowl of soup without being noticed.
Yeah, do you want to give a sleight of hand check, or how are you doing now?
Yeah, I guess so. Ooh, my sleight of hand is not good, so
you will get you'll get a boon on it because the room's full of steam.
Okay, cool. Let me add a boon. Still might not be the best, but we'll see what happens.
Don't put the wine in the soup. They're gonna taste.
I'm so clumsy. Forgive me. Just a little bit spilled in.
Right, well, you should have it, says the angrier of the two. Well, let's just have the rolls first, and then we'll see who will have it, and we will roll the dice and see which one picks up. Okay. And they start eating, and as they start eating, You see the door to the north sort of swinging open and remains open, and you have an opportunity to continue if you want it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely
Yep.
then.
There we go.
Awesome. And you guys are also enter this well-adorned bedroom with four-poster bed, stair guard at the bottom of the stairs, and circular stairs leading upstairs. Inside, you see the paper mage closing a drawer with the spike of a morning star on the inside. I'll come
I
back
shriek
for
as
that
you
one.
come in.
You sure?
Which is a
Yeah, there
shrieking,
you are. You're done.
a shrieking paper mage is more terrifying than we are.
I'm gonna close the door behind me too. Did
As
you
close
find
the door?
the wig?
You hear and you see on the back of the door, someone is drawn into the wood, almost like a noughts and crosses board, 3 by 3.
Well.
Looks like this.
And it says magic square underneath it.
Interesting. Let's deal with that as soon as whenever we are, once we see what is upstairs.
All right.
Also, additionally, Bastion, I know you're rather fond of extremely painful weapons that of the sort that in the keyboard drawer of that desk over there is a very fine morning star. I'm not gonna say don't take it, but I'm not gonna say take it either. It's up to you, but I would have a hard time resisting.
I have no qualms about taking things from people who I do not know at all. So yeah,
Awesome.
Bastion will take it. It's just a morning star.
Yeah, so I've added it to your weapons on your character
Oh,
sheet.
okay. Oh, I'm better with it than I am with the weapons I had, so that's good.
And then Aoden will begin walking up the stairs using his staff to steady him.
Awesome.
What's upstairs? Let's follow him.
All right. Oh no.
Upstairs, you enter what looks like a small nursery. There's a round tower room with a high ceiling. It's furnished like a nursery with 3 beds, a small table, a rocking horse, and some toys. There are nameplates on the ends of the beds, and on the table is a note. All the furniture is old and worn. On the floor sits an old woman playing with 3 worn dolls. She wears a long, dark wig over her grey hair.
Does she see us?
I'll give you all sort of a reaction or an action before she turns to see you. How you, in terms of what you want to do. She doesn't see you immediately. No, she's sort of busied with the toys on the floor at the moment.
I'm going to turn paper style.
He's turning sideways.
Of course.
Dang.
So hoping that she can't see me.
Yeah.
Bastion will just remain quiet and perfectly still.
I'm gonna try to slip under the table.
Okay. Yeah, give me a sneaking check. Do you roll 20 again?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's 20. Okay. Wow.
He just bangs through the table,
Wow.
knocks
Yeah.
chairs over.
Yeah. This old woman, you see her jump up and down as a chair is kicked across the room in this direction, stubbing your toe, Albert. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
I'm
She
gonna
says
like
in a childlike voice.
I'm gonna just kind of like let my monocle fall to the ground and drop to my knees. Oh, there it is. I've been looking for this all night. How did it get up here? Oh, hello.
Hello. It must be one of our toys. Is it one of ours? She
I
pick up a couple of dolls and walk them around.
No, I do love your collection though. What are you doing up here by yourself?
Oh, we're stuck up here. We can't get out of here.
Why are you stuck? There's stairs right behind me.
Yeah, there's stairs, but then there's that big door, and I'm not good at numbers, so I can't figure out the pattern on the back of it. So we're stuck in here.
Right, I did see that.
Did you?
I did.
Do you like playing?
I do. Yeah, of course we like to play. Yeah, definitely. Do you like playing?
I do, and
Good.
there's a really cool game that I know. It's it's like dress up, but with your hair.
Whoa, with my hair.
And mine. See,
You've got a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
But we have this really cool, or cool wasn't the right word. We have this new and interesting wig that you could try on if you'd like.
Oh yeah.
Like I used to like trying on all kinds of hats and wigs, and we dress up when I was young. Would you want to do that? Do you want to trade and play dress up with me?
Why? What? Maybe, but because we're stuck here and we've only got one story that we've been read for all this time. Maybe you can read the story and tell us the answer of the story, so that then we can play dress up with each other's wigs, maybe. And she'll point to the cloth. She'll point to the paper on the table.
I'll take a look at that.
It's a bit of a thinker, she says. And again, in this childlike voice, you pick up the paper, and it says, a woman dies and leaves her 3 children 17 horses. Her will states that the oldest child shall have half of the horses, the middle child shall have 1/3 of the horses, and the youngest child shall have 1/9 of the horses. But no horse may be killed. The 3 children ask Calisiel how to divide the horses according to their mother's wishes. What does Calisiel do? I've tried doing it with my dolls and with these bricks, and it doesn't work. So you have to break something. And it says you can't break them.
No.
See? It's hard.
This requires a mathematical mind. That's the word I've heard. It's when you make numbers into different numbers to represent other numbers. And sometimes they use letters, and
Halfway through that sentence, she's just a bit confused and starts playing with the doll's hair.
I'm confused and start playing with the dolls too. Sebastian's just sitting there playing with her and the dolls.
I'm gonna take the paper to Aodon.
Aodon is stuck in the wall again.
There you go.
He'll say, what are you doing? She cannot see me.
We need a little help here. I'm good at
Very
counting
well.
coin, but not this kind of counting.
I turn to look at the paper and I say, yes, hello, Aodon, Archmaster Aodon. What's your name? Very well, thank you. And we'll take the parchment and start looking at it.
Okay. So, a woman dies and leaves her 3 children, 17 horses.
Yeah.
The oldest child shall have half the horses. The middle child shall have a third. The youngest child shall have 1/9 of the horses, but no horses may be killed. Divide the horses.
So I don't know if we have to do this in order because obviously the oldest child cannot have half of the horses.
Right.
Yes, you can't divide 17, right? Nor like we'd have to butcher one of the horses to do that, right?
It says you cannot kill the horses, though.
Can't butcher them, yeah.
Well,
if the mother is dead, then what does she care? Just have the girls take as many horses as they want.
Is that the answer you want to give?
No.
it's
It's a very strange exercise, though. It's a odd way to leave inheritance to your children, make them puzzle over this.
He said inheritance as she plays with her wig.
What are you doing there?
what
He
if
said inheritance in hair, my hair.
Oh, yes. I get it. Amusing.
what if it's just something really simple, like what if we just buy another horse so that they can be distributed evenly?
Is that what your answer is?
Do you know what happens if we give the wrong answer?
I could find out for us.
No, not you. To you, little girl.
Yeah.
What happens if we give the wrong answer?
You don't. Well, I've got to keep the wig, ain't I? Because it's boring. So.
Do you know the answer?
I'm not giving numbers. No. That's why I want you to give me the answer.
She's playing with toy horses?
She's playing. No, she's playing with dolls.
Oh, okay.
Looking around the room, is there anything in the room that kind of stands out as something that could, I don't know, give us a hint?
Be a clue?
Help us out a little.
Yeah. So, do you want to make somebody give me an awareness check? Or you can all give me an awareness check if you want to.
Okay.
Iodine is very aware.
I think I understand it.
What?
Yes.
Well, tell me. Tell us.
A woman dies and leaves her 3 children, 17 horses, right?
Yes, very wealthy woman, clearly.
And therefore her kids. The oldest child shall have half of them, middle child shall have a third, yada yada.
Yes.
It's
Very clear instructions.
It's very obvious. If we cannot kill any horses, but they're siblings. Now, we wolfkin, there can sometimes be like 8 to a litter, okay? We have to share everything. Bath water, pooping spots, food. What if the solution to this is they're 3 siblings, they just have to share the horses for the numbers to make sense? It's what my mother would have made us do, alive or dead.
But it says here that the 3 children ask Callistel to divide the horses according to the mother's wishes.
So,
who's Callistel?
Yeah, who is that?
He's the archmage of the manor. Alberic and Paper Mage, you, as you guys are having this conversation in this room, Edin, you don't think that sharing is the answer, but you don't think that Bastion was far off before. Albrecht, you don't think that the children would even know what the right answer is.
Hmm.
You think that you might be able to say anything.
Oh,
So
that makes sense too.
we do know children aren't good at math. So
We're not, they say. What she
what
says.
if we just tell one child that half is this many, we tell them that a third is this many, and we tell the other one that a ninth is this many. And we just divide it up how we see fit. No one's the wiser. Well, we are, but
Then that's fair. You just lie to them. You tell them there's 18 horses.
Yes.
You give one of them 9, 1 6, and one of them just 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it just says that we must not kill the horses. It doesn't say we should not give them away or sell them.
I'm just going with just lying and telling them the wrong number.
well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're going to know what a ninth of 17 horses is, so we can give them anything. We give them one, and they're going to believe it.
Let's do that. That sounds funny.
Make a bluffing roll with the boon.
All right. Let me make a bluffing roll here. Where's bluffing?
Don't roll a 20.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna hit one boon. I just hit the boon up top and it should auto-calculate it.
Yeah.
Just change the 0 to a 1.
1. Okay, let me do that then. And bluffing. Okay.
Okay.
Success
So
for the 4.
You ring that off and you can see this old woman sat amongst these toys and amongst these 3 beds going, oh, yeah. The 9th of 17 is 1. That makes the other ones easier because then, that's really clever. You should keep your head warm. And she pulls the wig off and she'll sort of extend it towards you, Albrecht. This is what I use to keep my head warm. It's, it's good at that.
It's been some time since I've been able to keep my head warm, so I thank you.
You're
I'll
very
take
welcome. As you take it, you can get this musty smell.
it.
You can see sort of wrappers and bits of doll hair inside this wig from how they've played and spittle and all sorts there.
And I give
then
you
we'll
the
pull
other
out the
one.
wig.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he will say, well, we don't want your head to get cold, so here's another one. And actually, probably looks better than the one that she gave over. Here, this one is new, freshly made.
Oh, wow, this is lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Of course, my dear.
You're not all there, are you?
It's understandable. You don't need to remember it. Oh, sorry.
I can hardly see. Oh my, there you are. Okay.
Yes.
You should put the wig on.
He's a living paper doll. I have the best toys.
Do you have the best toys? Now we can sort out what's going on with it. Will you help us with the door downstairs as well?
Yes, we need to go take a look at that. Are you coming with us?
Sure.
Bastion leaps out the window.
Yep.
And she'll come with you downstairs.
So that the solution to the riddle is just a lie to the kids.
Well, it's to lie to the kids, or it's to buy a horse. So you were there as well.
Oh, just add a horse.
Yeah.
That's twice I've accidentally solved riddles today.
Yes, you're very smart. We all agree. That's why you are part of this group.
I'm the brains.
Although when I ran this from the group that I see every Monday, one of the people suggested that you just kill the oldest child. That way, the oldest child does have half, and then when you kill them, the second child does still have half, but also has a quarter, and then you just start chopping them down. And I was just like, this is dark.
Wow.
I'm glad we didn't go there for our
Yeah, that
first
says a lot about
solutions.
us.
Yeah. When you were going on about there being 80 in a pack, I was like, whoa, he might be suggesting to kill them again.
All right. So, Magic Square.
If Aiden, you will know what this is, or you will have read up about this as part of your profession. A magic square is a puzzle with which every line diagonally in every line in every direction needs to add up to the same number. So it's a bit like a Sudoku.
I was about to say it's Sudoku.
It's a bit like a one cube Sudoku or a 9 square Sudoku, and everything has to add up to the same number.
Well, if you
so each block should have 1 through 9.
Mm-hmm.
A 1 and 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I will be right back, but go ahead and continue.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll go ahead and I can't type it there. Here, I'll do this just so it's on the screen. Nope, that didn't work. Wait. Can I do that? No. I don't think I can draw on this one. Oh, there we go. Okay.
On the side of the table, you can see that there's a bowl of chalk, and this old lady will sort of hobble over there and grab the chalk, and then come over and give it to you so that you can mark the back of the door.
I guess while he's doing this, I'm gonna look around the room and see if there's anything else that's useful or interesting.
Yeah, give me a spot hidden check.
Okay. Man,
Man, you are
rolling high.
You're meant to be a GM, apparently.
Yep.
Or play a different system. Yeah, apart from the lovely linen there, which you're welcome to use to rest and relax, the desk there, which has got some nice quality paper and some inkwells. You think that you've looked at everything there is in this room. You are, if you want to, you can give me a myths and legends check.
Okay.
And we can explore a little bit more information here. Sure.
Ooh, just barely.
You remember the library, and you remember one of the books. You remember Aiden being really excited to look through the library for the books, and you remember the book he found said something about bringing 3 bodies together into one. But there being some problem in bringing the 3 minds together into one. For some reason, this tower, these 2 rooms, it sort of rings true as you stare at this old woman who's playing with a little ball that she's got in her hand and bouncing it on the floor. And you remember the 3 small beds, each with their own name upstairs on them. But there only being one person here.
I'm gonna approach her and, young lady, what? I don't remember. Did I catch your name?
No, I didn't throw it neither. You didn't ask me. My name's Alma. What's your name?
Oh, well met. My name is Albrecht Gleamheart, and I couldn't help to notice there were three beds upstairs, but only one you. Do you have any siblings?
Well, no. There's in many ways there's only ever been one of me. Only at one point there was 3 of me, and then Khaleesi helped me, and we don't need all the beds anymore. There's one of me now, and that's okay. She says, grinning, a load of sort of broken teeth in her mouth, and you can see that she's aged tragically.
Hmm.
I used to be a little bit like your man with the cloak on there. I used to be good at numbers and thinking and stuff. And then I don't know, I had an accident and I had to rename myself. So I gave myself 3 names on account of there being 3 bits of me. One was Hilda, one was Helvala, and one was Kunigunda. And it was all we could do to make our way here and ask for some help off of Khaleesiel. It's, yeah.
And where are the other parts of you?
Well, they're all back in here now, you see. But at least in this section they are. I still feel like there are parts of me missing, but I don't know where she's put them. There are bits that aren't there.
Why were you trapped in this room?
Well, when she brought us together, she realised that she hadn't got it all. She'd only. It's a bit like when you do a puzzle, like a jigsaw, yeah, but then there's a bit missing, so you can still see the picture because you've made the picture, but there's still a bit missing. And she wasn't very happy. She said something about people would think she had failed, and she was worried because she was aging really quickly. And she gave me the wig, and she says, "Put the wig on because it'll slow down my aging, and it might give you some sense." But it never gave me no sense. Instead, it just made me really wrinkly, and made my knees hurt when I played with the dolls. Yeah.
There are lots of puzzles in this manor, I've noticed. It's quite strange.
Yeah, there's a lot. The only bit I've ever seen is when this one is here. And she'll move over to this square and she'll draw a 5 in the center. That's the only time I've ever seen it. Because when she wiped it off, when she left it and we were here, that was the outline I could see, was the 5 there because of the white chalk on the dark thing.
Eodon, does that help you in your calculations?
It does. This is, I'm not gonna lie, rather difficult.
You can give me myths and legends if you'd like as a character, and we can solve it in that manner. And you can push that if you like.
Yeah, I will push it. I'll use
exhausted,
strength.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll go exhausted.
What is this puzzle?
This puzzle is no fun.
What? You rolled, oh man, you're rolling like me now.
As you're looking at it, you see weird, strange recollections cross the face of this old-looking young person. And she goes, "There might be a few more outlines." And she just starts scribbling randomly across the back of this door. And eventually, you just hear a click. Maybe 20 minutes have passed. You all sat down, thinking that you two were going to be stuck in here until you looked like this old lady. And but the door clicks, and you see some of the steam started to come through again.
Oh, they had to add up to 15.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a few answers, but it's good if I guess it's a good puzzle if you've got a time thing on it, right? And you've got lots of different tables competing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing it like we're doing it for the story, then it doesn't really fit nicely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine.
So it's now that you've revealed, it doesn't. That's fine if you don't believe me. But I had 15 as the number, and I was trying to sort them. So I was kind of on the right path. So
yeah.
But I could just be saying that also. But I'm not. But I could be. Very good. Very good. Wonderful. And looking through, I don't see the giants in the pool anymore.
No, I don't know where they've gone. And Alma just starts to walk out.
Oh, what a relief.
Bastion will look in the pool to see if they're like, maybe they went diving in the pool.
No, they didn't get diving. Instead, you can hear coming from the corner where Aiden found a lovely little hole in the floor to relieve himself. You can see the angry-looking head pressed up against the corner, having some problem with his indigestion, and you can see the other one just sort of drawing shapes on the tiled walls. Oh, no, don't worry. It'll all come out soon enough. I told you you ate the bread too quickly. They look
Is
slightly
the
paler
bowl
than
of soup
before.
still on the? Is it on the floor, like still full?
No, the soup's gone. The soup's gone. In fact, in many ways, the soup's coming back.
Oh.
Okay.
Bastion's gonna quickly just go through and get back out the other door.
Yeah, you're able to get back out the door.
Exactly.
All right, now we just gotta have the paper mage. He'd be the best one to switch this board out with the one in the pedestal out there. He could sneak in the easiest.
So, I will take the. Are you wearing the spectacles?
Bastion. Oh, Albert, yeah.
Yeah, well, I had the wig, the swapped wig.
So does
I think Bastion has the
Bastion has the-
yeah, he has
Okay,
spectacles. Yeah.
Okay, so I will. Can Aoden have the game?
Yes.
Thank you.
Delete the game
Thank
and
you, my
add
boy.
the specs.
And I will head.
Do you want me to move you back to the garden?
Yep, we're gonna head back out to the garden, I think.
Well, let me just grab you guys and stick you over there so you don't have to.
Do we see anybody that is like on the way? Is everybody kind of still inside, or if they can start to go outside?
So those who were part of the display that was going on, they are back outside. The door is still open. If you wanted to go back in there, you could, but the crowd is gathered back outside as the clock. You get the impression it's nearly 9 o'clock now. The bell will toll maybe in less than 10 minutes' time, and people are back having another drink, getting ready for the game.
We must hurry.
I just. Wait, I almost talked to the guard. To my friends as we're walking out, I will say a distraction might be in order as I break off from them, and again, trying to use my size to my advantage or my shape to my advantage. Mm-hmm. I will attempt to angle myself to be unseen.
Bastion's gonna give the specs off to Albrecht.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And he's gonna start wandering around in the crowd, loudly complaining, "Oh, these fleas, they're biting. I'm covered in them. I can't get them."
And I'm gonna do my best.
He's gonna approach people and just ask them, "Please scratch me, my fleas."
Oh, no. There won't be any scratching here. No.
Splash wine on me. That might suffocate them. I'm gonna approach the guard and be like, "I've got these bad fleas. Help me. You're a servant of order. I need fleas taken care of, please."
You're back. I see, just in time for the game. You will feel, Bastion, your brain start to conflict itself as you look at Calicio and she stares back at you, and you feel like your legs, you don't have control of your legs anymore, and you feel her move you back 2 squares. Now, no need to cause any disruption. To think of it, I'm not sure I recognize you. What was your name? Well, this is one of my friends, Cleciel. He is Lord Maniford of Maniford Estates, not 4 leagues west of here. Although he is slightly rougher around the edges, he has his money in farming, and quite a lot of it. I've heard. I brought him here to negotiate some trade tariffs. You see. I see. You feel you have control of your legs again. I see.
He'll quip with, we might not look like much, but we are a proud, noble people. And he'll continue the facade, or he'll scratch on himself, even though that he knows there's no fleas.
Mm-hmm. And
So as that happens, Aoden is like is trying to sneak to the rear of this structure, looking for seams or a place where he could slip through, and also looking towards the bottom of the curtain to see if he might be able to do the same thing that he did with the door and kind of drift underneath the curtain and then up into the center section.
Yeah, you find both of those. So there's almost like on each structured point, there are little drawstrings that would open them centrally, to open these drapes centrally. So rather than being one large drape, it's almost like there are 8 little drapes there, which can all be opened. So you can either go through standing, or if you want, you can go through on the floor. Either way, if you're trying to do it sneaking, because of your lacking dimensions, you can do so with a boon.
So I will do. Is that an additional boon or just the one boon?
With the additional boon with the distraction from Bastion and the fleas.
Okay. So I will then. I will try to retain some pride and not lay on the ground in the dirt and slide under. And I'll try to slide through while standing. Sneaking. It's a 210.
Lovely. Poking your head through, you can see that in this pavilion is a game board, the same that you saw, or similar from what you saw in the basement. Although this one is onyx and much grander, there are 2 seats. You recognise it as almost identical to that which you carry with you. Above the table, there is a mirror angled towards the spectators. The design clearly when the drapes are revealed, so that spectators may look at the mirror and see a bird's eye view of the board, so they can comment and they can wager on what's happening. At the moment, when you look at the mirror, though, you see just the back of the drapes in front of you.
Okay. I will attempt to silently lift the game board from the table while removing the game board from my cloak and switching the 2. And I will try to Indiana Jones it, where like I do it at the same time, like pressure plate it, and just try to shift them at the same time.
No props. You're able to remove the one, replace it with the second one. That you don't need to make a roll for that. There are no pressure plates here. This is just a regular table with this board, this fake board now placed on top of it, and the suspect board now in your possession.
I will put the suspect board into my cloak, and I will back up in the way that I came in, back out of the pavilion.
Awesome. Give me one more sneak check to get out.
Yep. Do you still want me to roll with the 2 boons, or do you want me to drop that?
Yeah, you did that quickly. I'm happy with that to be 2 boons.
A 7 under 10.
Nice.
You're able to escape without anybody seeing your altered state.
I will back up to a point where I'm no longer under threat of being noticed. And I will almost completely outside and just kind of like a little less carefully, but still angling myself, and move back around to here and then like rejoin the party.
Okay. Yeah. Albert, was there anything you wanted to do? Or are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm just, seeing it all unravel.
Okay. The clock tower to the east chimes 9 times. The guard who Bastion tried to get employment with steps to one side and starts drawing the drapes open. All 8 sides of these drapes are open, revealing this game board placed neatly and perfectly in the place of the other one. Magistrate Salama steps up and sits down in his regular seat, and the Archmage, her voice by magic projected over, welcomes people to come and be seated so that they can see the game before saying, One moment, Stelma, as is tradition, I must go and put on my the correct attire for the game, and she'll take a moment and disappear inside of the mansion.
While that's happening, can we see who is taking bets on the game?
You can. So you can see that this lady here.
Okay. I will kind of indicate to my friends, like, and go up to her and say, I would like to make a bet, and I would like to put all 7 of my silver on the on our the person who hired us to win, which was 20-0. So
wait, me as well. I have 10 silver.
Bastion will,
of course. How are your fleas, sir?
Oh, much better now. I don't think it was a flea at all. I think my fur was just like bristling on itself. You wouldn't understand it. It happens sometimes.
I see. Did you have some money?
I have 2 silver.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Very good. Let me count. That's 2. Okay. All on Stalamer. Is that right? Yes, you are. Yeah, new faces. Very good. We welcome your custom. Please do come back next year and feel free to make the same bets again. You see the servants now start to gather around as everybody becomes interested in the main event. Nobody needing food or wine while the game takes place. And Archmage Calisiel walks out. You see her adjusting her spectacles. You see the wig in place. The wig, she looks slightly disconcerted as she sits down, adjusting the spectacles again. As you look around the gardens, Lucio announces, "It's time for the game to begin. Everybody please be seated. As is customary, Stellar, I will allow you to go first. Being that you lost last time, here is the beautiful necklace that we play for." And she places it down, and looking around, you can see some muttering amongst the crowds as both Alama and the androgynous-looking player who you played in the basement join the crowds. Calisiel looks concerned, and Stalama makes the first move. You need to now, to conclude this, based on the things that you've done, you've achieved a probability to a score, right? And you need to roll, as is the way with Dragonbane, you need to roll underneath that score. So you've replaced all 3 items, which gives you 12 points. You got past the harpies without a fight, which gives you 13 points. You got past the giants without the fight, so that's 14 points. Did you take the wig without replacing? No. You had a total of 14 points. You've weighted the game in Stalamer's favor. Which of you would like to roll a d20 to try to roll under and see who wins this game?
Jason.
Board.
I think Jason should.
Me? I've been rolling terribly.
You don't get to play that much, though.
All right. What do I got to roll?
Make sure you don't have any boons or banes at the top of your sheet. You might be making life harder for yourself.
I know.
The tension builds.
What am I rolling?
Just in the chat / roll 1d20.
Oh, just a 1d20. Okay.
Yeah, you want to be 14 or less.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
I finally done it, says Stalamer, and he jumps up and grabs the necklace. Thank you. After 10 long years of beating you, and Calicio looks in, she's in disbelief. She doesn't understand how this is possible whatsoever. She takes the wig off, she throws it to the floor, she removes the glasses, snapping them, and she looks across the crowd, and you see her eyeballs go as wide as they're able to, catching Alama's face and catching the demon Makruk's face amongst the spectators. You're able to collect your winnings from the booking and hastily make your retreat with Stalamar as Calicio calls guards to apprehend Alamar and the demon Makruk, and asks all the guests as quickly as possible to get off of her property. The end.
Nice.
Congrats,
That was
guys.
great. Yeah,
that was great.
We did it. I didn't roll high.
You made it with no combat.
We are that kind of group, let me tell you.
Yeah. I mean,